In the heart of New England lie the shadowed streets of Boston. It stands tall as not just a city of history and pride, but as a city of champions. History whispers through the fog, and echoes of the fallen linger, and a different legend stirs.
We are sold out. TNA Wrestling is proud to present Bound for Glory.
Boston isn't just home. It's a battleground where legends are made. Heroes are forged, and in this city, some champions are just born.
Eddie Edwards is one of the most decorated champions in TNA history.
It's a city that recognizes that greatness is forged in the crucible of pain, that victory cannot bloom without the weight of defeat. Here, dreams fracture and shatter, only to be reborn stronger beneath the ashes. Now, the whispers grow louder, a chorus of resolve, a vow etched in struggle and resilience. TNA Wrestling aims to reclaim its throne, to pull the battered, relentless World Championship back into the heart of this once haunted city, where the darkness feeds the fire of true champions. On this night, on this stage, when the world is watching.
This is my house now. I am the president. I am the man. This is Trick and A now. Trick, you're standing across from a man who's got nothing to lose and everything to gain.
The only way to stand out from the crowd is to stand for something special. The people love you, the fans, they love you. You got something special going on. Santana, your time has come.
We all know there's only one thing to do when expectations are this high. That's meet them.
TNA Wrestling is live just outside of Boston and Lowell, Massachusetts at the Tsongas Center. This has been the year of our renaissance. We are vindicated. We are revolutionary. And we have the eyes of the world upon us. It's our time. This is TNA's greatest stage. Welcome to Bound for Glory. And right now we open tonight's event with TNA ring announcer Mackenzie Mitchell.
For the playing of our national anthem. Here to present the national colors are the U.S. Marines of the recruiting station in Boston. Archer, from Rutherford, New Jersey, weighing in at 227 pounds, Bulletproof Steve Macklin.
What a way to begin Bound for Glory, especially for Steve Macklin, who served 2 tours in Afghanistan as a machine gunner as a part of the United States Marine Corps. And tonight, he has family and friends at ringside, especially his mother, Annie.
A very, very special start to Bound for Glory. Steve Macklin literally walking out in a sea of his military brethren to potentially bring home the TNA International Champion.
Macklin competing in his first singles match at Bound for Glory.
And his opponent from Yucca Valley, California, weighing in at 220 pounds, he is the TNA International Champion, Frankie Kazarian.
Frankie Kazarian is striding into his 9th match all-time at TNA's biggest event of the year, Bound for Glory, and doing so as the TNA International Champion after dethroning Macklin, the inaugural champion.
A lot of people around this country say no kings, but in TNA, there is one, and he is the one and only Frankie Kazarian, and he's still your and my international
Wait a minute, a skull by Macklin, and the bell's not even rung yet. Macklin gets Kazarian back inside the ring. There's the bell. This TNA International Championship match is underway to kick off Bound for Glory.
Macklin starting off fast and furious. You know he's still hot and bothered about how everything went down in losing that championship.
I was going to say, I'd love to have gotten to the headlines, but Macklin had other plans. 2 weeks ago at Victory Road, to your point, the involvement of AAA's El Macias created a distraction for Steve Macklin. Amongst that matchup, also, Frankie Kazarian cheated to win the matchup and take the title from Macklin.
No doubt about it. Kazarian saw an opening, saw an opportunity, and took it. Thanks to El Macias, as you mentioned.
Macklin reigned for 162 days as the first ever TNA International Champion. Oh, and the guillotine leg drop there by Kazarian. Macklin set a standard enough that it caught the eye of the TNA original, Frankie Kazarian.
Kazarian, who's been on a journey of his own.
Oh my God, a sunset bomb to the floor!
Macklin just smacked his entire carcass off the ground.
Take another look at this. This is just the beginning of the action here at Bound for Glory. This sunset bomb to Macklin to the outside. So Frankie Kazarian responding after that scud from Macklin before the match.
I mean, this one might be over before it really gets started. Kaz could take a count out here, but no. Choosing to go after Macklin, inflicting more punishment.
I think Kazarian is taking this personally between he and Steve Macklin. He was tipped off that Santino Marella even gave Macklin this opportunity, a rematch. Oh, wait a minute.
Oh, hold on now.
Oh, there's Steve Macklin's mother, Annie.
I don't know if I'd mess with anybody who had the power to burn Steve Macklin.
Steve Macklin's mom.
Well, if you don't understand, I guess you got a little bit of sign language for you.
And now Macklin kicking the hell out of Kazarian. That'll make a mother proud.
You do not insult a Marine's mama.
Very
I'll
true.
tell you that much.
Very, very true. Kazarian now trying to gather himself back inside the ring. Death's press. And here comes Macklin. Remember, the title can only change hands via pinfall or submission in the ring, not via countout or disqualification.
Now Macklin's just got to regain a little bit of composure here. To your point, got to get this done in the center of the
go
ring.
for the chicken wing. Go for the chicken wing. Back elbow there by Macklin.
Like a firecracker, and boom!
An Olympic slam from Bulletproof Steve Macklin, who's all sorts of fired up here at Bound for Glory.
Tom, you and I both know what kind of pride and meaning Macklin put in being that first ever international champion. It meant the world to him to set that pattern, to set that tone for a brand new championship.
Macklin trying to right a wrong as he believes in his mind. But right now he's got Kazarian right where he wants him.
Bringing everybody with him. Look out!
Oh, and Kazarian nearly got caught in the crosshairs.
Oh, looking for a cutter out of there.
Wait a minute, now it's Macklin with a chicken wing on Kazarian.
Kazarian was going for that cutter he pulled on Macklin at Victory Road, but
There's
no.
a cover. Oh, wait a minute, Kazarian had his hand on the ropes, the referee caught him.
Good catch by referee Alice Lane there.
The match continues, and there's Macklin right after Kazarian. Oh, and a backstabber.
That'll slow you up real quick.
On the move, low clothesline. Listen, I'll give credit to Frankie Kazarian. He acquitted himself well this past Tuesday as a part of Showdown representing Team TNA.
Look out.
But right now, he's caught in a Boston Crab in Lowell, Mass.
How apropos as Macklin looking to get the submission victory here.
Kazarian getting to the bottom rope. Steve Macklin refusing to relinquish. He's got to be careful he doesn't get disqualified. He won't win the title.
That's what I'm saying. That's if Macklin has a big weakness in his armor, it's that he can't let it get to his head. The emotions can get to become a bit much.
Go for KIA. Kazarian able to escape. Kazarian does own the 3-1 advantage. All-time one-on-one against Macklin.
Kaz with a little Pele kick there, shot out. The AJ Styles in right there.
A tribute to Christopher Daniels. Angel swings. Oh, and a kick out. His old bad influence teammate. It's been a weekend of tributes, whether you're in the United States or Australia.
No kidding, two of Frankie Kazarian's greatest rivals represented in the span of about 10 seconds there.
It's also special for Kazarian to be competing here in Massachusetts. He trained under the late, great Hall of Famer Killer Kowalski nearby in Malden. You can hear how the people in Lowell feel about Frankie.
This is where the man cut his teeth. How dare they?
Oh my God, hold on a second. Is Kazarian thinking about fade to black from the second rope?
You know, he thought about it, that's for damn sure. Macklin, though, saw it coming.
Oh, now Macklin again, he's got to be careful. Cannot risk a disqualification, but Kazarian is down.
You know it's serious when you go full Tyson, and Macklin about to drop the jumper headbutt, but no!
Kazarian rolled out of the way. Now Macklin needs some regroup out on the apron. I don't think Kazarian's going to give him the time. There's a slingshot cutter.
Wait, this is how it went down at Victory Road!
Macklin able to kick out. Macklin stays alive.
And Kaz can't believe it. And now it's the King who has to not get frustrated, not let his blood boil.
Stop there by Kazarian. Plenty of frustration for Kazarian, who much of the last few years has been talking about capturing the TNA World Championship. He saw an opportunity, believed there was a weakness he could take advantage of, thrived at Victory Road amidst the chaos and took the international title.
Hang on, though. Look at the position Macklin's in. A little bit of insult to injury. You saw Macklin going for the chicken wing. Maybe Kaz thinks turnabout is fair play here.
Is Macklin about to get caught in the crosshairs? Wait a minute, Macklin sits up. Kazarian went into the turnbuckle.
Oh, wait, here we go, turning it right back around.
Now this is how it's done. Kazarian gets caught in the crosshairs.
Nearly cutting the king of TNA in half there.
And now Macklin trying to set up for it. Yes! KIA!
Planted!
Steve Macklin has taken back the TNA International title.
Here is your winner and new TNA International Champion, Steve Macklin.
And there is TNA President Carlos Silva to return the International Championship to Steve Macklin here at Bound for Glory.
What a way to start things off here. You see the members of the U.S. Marine Corps who joined Macklin on his entrance watching with pride. At which, that match was non-stop action. How apropos here for TNA Bound for Glory.
And a tribute by Macklin to those Marines who come from recruiting station Boston, an era where Marines 250 campaign will celebrate the 250th Marine Corps birthday on November 10th. And there's Steve Macklin celebrating his championship win with his mother, Annie.
Like mother, like son, ain't no doubt about it. Now I see where he gets it.
Is it weird that I found that a little emotional? I'm a little teary-eyed by that.
Yes, yes it is. Either way, a great start to the night for bulletproof Steve Macklin. No doubt about it.
Steve Macklin stands victorious on TNA's greatest stage, Bound for Glory, and we are just getting started. Welcome to the A-Game Hydration Announce Desk. He's the Drama King, Matthew Raywall. I'm Tom Hannafin. We're off to a hell of a start, partner.
Oh my God, that match was non-stop, and the night is just beginning.
Well, right now, of course, we're being seen around the world in 175 countries live on pay-per-view and TNA Plus. And with that, let's welcome our French commentary team. Let's welcome Benoit Cosset and, of course, handsome JF.
Merci beaucoup les amis, et encore une fois ce soir l'histoire de la TNA s'écrira ici à Lowell, Massachusetts. Et une seule question, et surtout le dev, GF.
Est-ce que Mike Santana aurait son rêve et devenir champion du monde pour la première fois et ramener le titre à TNA Wrestling? Une chose est certaine, ce sera une soirée incroyable.
And what a night we're gonna have, including this match, a personal grudge match as Tessa Blanchard goes one-on-one with our broadcast partner, Gia Miller.
Also, the 7th annual Call Your Shot Gauntlet match. The winner gets a guaranteed future TNA title shot of their choosing anytime, anywhere over the next year.
And the TNA Knockouts World Title is on the line as NXT's Kalani Jordan defends against Indy Hartwell.
Also, for the first time in 2 years, it's the X Division Championship that will be defended tonight in a dream match. Leon Slater puts the title on the line against NXT's Javon Evans. Also, hardcore war goes down tonight at Bound for Glory. Order 4 against the System. Order 4 has the advantage entering the matchup.
As well, the TNA and NXT tag team titles are on the line. It's one final table between the Hardys and Team 3D.
And in our main event, NXT's Trick Williams will defend the TNA World Championship against Mike Santana. For more on our main event matchup right now, we want to check in with the host of Bound for Glory, Gabby Laspisa, backstage right now at Bound for Glory.
Ladies and gentlemen, Bound for Glory is live, and in tonight's main event, the TNA World Championship is on the line. Now please help me in welcoming the TNA World Champion, the reigning and defending World Champion, Trick Williams. Trick, tonight is one of the biggest events in TNA history. How are you approaching heading into this epic one-on-one title match against Mike Santana?
Hold on there, Gabby, you got it all wrong. You should be thanking Trick Williams for everything he's done for y'all. I mean, it should be thank you, Trick Williams, for bringing the house, setting all these attendance records. Thank you, Trick Williams, for all the viewership. Thank you, Trick Williams, for picking up TNA and putting it on your back and turning it into Trick and A. Which reminds me, People always asking me, Trick Williams, why do you have your title on upside down? Mr. Lawyer, please tell them why I have my title on upside down.
Because you turned TNA upside down.
Now, let's talk about it. Now, hold on there, Gabby. I know you don't like me. I go to NXT, they don't like me neither. Joe Hendry don't like me. Mike Santana don't like me. Mike Santana's daughter don't like me. She only 10 years old. But that's why I got my lawyer here. For all y'all who don't like me, there'll be no cheating. We're going right down the line today because I got my lawyer. If I have any problems, I'm putting cases on all you snitches, especially you, Mike Santana, because your only case is this, that you got a story, you got a family, and that's good. We all got stories. I got a family too. But understand this, Mike. TNA does not belong to the man with the best story. TNA belongs to the man who's best for business. And damn it, Trick Williams is best for business. Let's talk about it.
Trick Williams is his lawyer afoot tonight at Bound for Glory. Well, from one World Championship matchup this evening to another, the TNA Knockouts World Championship is on the line. There is TNA's Indy Hartwell, who is undefeated in singles competition since she stepped foot in TNA.
Of course, she's going to have to go up against stiff competition from another company, as NXT's Kalani Jordan will be defending that Knockouts World Championship that she just recently won and made history with.
That matchup still to come tonight at Bound for Glory, but elsewhere in Knockouts action, this is one that many of us never saw coming. Our own broadcast colleague, Gia Miller, is looking to stand up for herself against the cunning and conniving two-time world champion Tessa Blanchard. Much of this is deep-seated.
I want to tell you guys the story about Gia Miller and Tessa Blanchard. I used to train at High Spots. George South was my trainer, and once I excelled and went on to become a superstar and travel the world internationally, winning titles, winning championships, winning tournaments all over the globe, Gia Miller, she wanted to go to George South School. She wanted to be trained by him because she loved everything that I did in my career. She idolized me. And when she came to George South School, I helped her.
Tessa, help me. Yeah, I followed your advice, but all you did was hold me down.
But when she realized that she wasn't cut out for this business, you know what she did? She packed up her things and hit the road to Mike Jackson's school. Mike Jackson, Victoria, someone that's been a proverbial jobber his entire career.
Live up to everyone else's expectations for me? Or was I gonna create my own path? That's why I left. That's why I found Mike Jackson, and thank God I did. He was able to put me on the right path that led me right here to this moment.
Gia, you are so pathetic. Like, really, I'm terrified for what I'm gonna do to you. Don't do this to yourself.
Pathetic? I'm not the pathetic one here. You had to move to an entirely different country because you burned every bridge that you walked across.
You need to realize that you are still that same scared little girl that couldn't hack it in wrestling, so you become some third or fourth rate announcer. It really, I'll reiterate myself, it's pathetic. How about this? How about you just do what you've always done? You pack up your things, you hit the road.
Listen, you can try and rewrite history all you want. It doesn't really matter. All that matters is what's gonna happen at Bound for Glory. We'll just call that karma.
Undeniable.
Following contest is scheduled for one fall. Introducing first, accompanied to the ring by Victoria Crawford. From Charlotte, North Carolina, she is the undeniable Diamond, Tessa Blanchard.
There's a tremendous amount of history between Tessa Blanchard and Gia Miller, but in recent memory, Remember, Ray, well, Final Resolution late last year marked the return of Tessa Blanchard. She targeted Jordan Grace very early on, but also that night she shocked us all in Atlanta. Tessa Blanchard assaulted Gia Miller backstage. We've sensed the friction in a variety of their interviews, and of course what happened at Slammiversary was atrocious. The way Tessa Blanchard and Victoria Crawford assaulted Gia Miller.
It certainly was a step too far, and it was certainly a step too far for Gia Miller, who's taken the opportunity to invoke this match. It was Tessa, let's not forget, who was suspended at the time. Gia Miller went to management, went to Santino Marella, and insisted that Tessa Blanchard's suspension be lifted so Gia could have an opportunity to settle this in the ring. I hope she hasn't bitten off more than she different side, as we both pointed out already, to Gia. It may not be about clean wrestling skill.
And look at this, Tessa Blanchard appears to be just offering up a side headlock here to Gia Miller. It's clearly not taking Gia seriously, but Gia takes Tessa down almost immediately. You can feel Blanchard get frustrated there early. Oh.
You better be careful if you're Tessa Blanchard, though. Whoa.
Well, now Gia Miller, wait a minute, trying to end this early, a 2 count here. Very smart strategy by Miller. And now Gia going after Tessa Blanchard, who uses the top rope right into the throat of Miller.
And that's going to be something Gia has to worry about. She's so emotionally invested in trying to stop the bully that is Tessa Blanchard that she might let her head, or excuse me, let her heart get ahead of her head.
And now Blanchard, look at this, dragging Gia Miller out onto the steps.
Oh, God.
Shades of Slammiversary. Oh, my God. And Jody Threat, who wants to support Gia Miller, realizes if she puts her hands on Blanchard, then Gia will lose via disqualification.
Let's not forget it was Jody Threat who was backstage talking to Gia Miller when both Tessa Blanchard and Victoria Crawford jumped them a few weeks back. No, wait a second.
Oh, no, suplex to Gia into the steel steps.
And this is where Gia has to be wondering if she's ready for this. If she's ready for what she stepped into here with the undeniable diamond.
1, 2, 3.
Now Tessa Blanchard taking her time, dragging Gia Miller around at ringside, and there is Gia's family. Her father, her mother, her youngest sister, who all flew in from Mississippi tonight. Look at how personal this has become.
Tessa has not shied away from making it vicious, from making it more personal. And if you're Tessa Blanchard, look at the year she's had. She exploded onto the scene here in TNA early last year, to your point, defeated the juggernaut, Jordan Grace. But if she ever asks, I won't say that I said this, Tom, but she's had a rough go of it ever since.
Oh, come on! Blanchard taking the referee's attention so Crawford can attack.
But Tessa Blanchard multiple times has attempted to go after the Knockouts World Title, ultimately unsuccessful.
Oh, super kick right on the jaw.
The frustration in Blanchard has to be at an all-time high. Gia Miller happens to be the object of that frustration lately.
To your point, this is Tessa Blanchard's first matchup since Slammiversary. She lost to Indy Hartwell that night, and now Victoria Crawford is all over Gia Miller. And the referee warning Crawford, and there's Jody Threat to take Crawford off the apron.
He's already starting to completely
And now the referee doing the right thing. It was right in front of his face. Crawford's ejected.
Victoria Crawford's always been a bit of a loose cannon there, completely disregarding the rules, not even trying to hide it.
And now Crawford leaving the ringside area with security, but Jody Threat trying to check on Gia Miller here at ringside.
And now Tessa Blanchard trying to argue with security here.
Wait a minute. What the hell is Jody Threat doing? Security's trying to corral this situation. Jody Threat, the wild child!
taking out everybody at ringside.
Jody Threat just leveled the playing field, took out the security, Victoria Crawford, and Tessa Blanchard.
Oh, wait a second. Look in the upper left corner now. There you go.
Oh, there's Jody Threat running off Victoria Crawford.
Security in hot pursuit, and now, look who's back!
And now Gia Miller back up to her feet. Oh, there's a face press. And look at Gia Miller go.
And this could be the opportunity.
And the referee trying to control Gia.
And if she can focus that frustration, that anger, that personal animosity, this could be a huge moment for Gia. Can you imagine putting away Tessa Blanchard one-on-one?
Oh, look at this, going for the crossbody out of the corner. Down goes Blanchard. Is it enough? Shoulders down and a kick out. Did Jody Threat do enough there to buy time for Gia Miller? But can Tessa Blanchard weather this emotional storm of Gia?
Certainly bought enough time for Gia to get back in the fight, but how long can she hold this advantage?
Gia Miller's gonna have to go to that dark place you talked about. Boot right to the face there by Tessa Blanchard.
I've never seen her more angry, more bitter, more frustrated. Oh, look at this, what the hell?
Ripping away one of the pads along the turnbuckle, now pressing Gia Miller's skull into the steel. Raining down these shots, and the referee trying to get Tessa Blanchard off of Gia Miller.
And look at this!
Gia with a straight headbutt.
Wait,
hold on a second, wait a minute. Oh my God, is that a roll of quarters?
They went flying everywhere, what the hell?
Tessa Blanchard has beaten Gia Miller.
Here is your winner, Tessa Blanchard.
Right out of the Blanchard playbook.
You aren't kidding. Shades of her father, the legendary Tully Blanchard. God, I remember the exact same thing happened in Starrcade '86, a first blood match with the American Dream, Dusty Rhodes. Well, the apple does not fall far from the tree, it seems.
Gia Miller looked like she was lining up for something big here out of the corner. And from somewhere, Tessa Blanchard ripped that roll of quarters and attacked Gia Miller. Here's my question. Had the roll of quarters not been introduced, could Gia Miller have beaten Tessa Blanchard tonight?
And here's my answer. The world will never know. Either way, Gia Miller, a valiant effort, but tonight, the undeniable Diamond gets the win here at Bound for Glory.
Right now, here at Bound for Glory, it's time for the TNA Injury Report presented by BioFlex, the exclusive recovery partner of TNA Wrestling. Both Team 3D and the Hardys have undergone full evaluations and have been cleared to compete tonight. It's a tables match for both the TNA and NXT Tag Team titles. It's one final table. Although cleared to compete, Matt Hardy enters Bound for Glory at less than 100%. He has been dealing with lingering soreness since Victory Road, where AJ Francis drove him through a table with a down payment. Joe Hendry sustained injuries following his no disqualifications match with Eric Young this past week on Impact. Hendry's status for upcoming events is TBD, pending further evaluation. Eric Young emerged from the same no disqualifications match battered and bruised, but has been medically assessed and is expected to miss no time moving forward. Both the TNA World Champion Trick Williams and his challenger Mike Santana have been fully evaluated and are cleared for tonight's main event for the TNA World Title. This TNA Bound for Glory Injury Report is presented by BioFlex.
Well, so far it has been a fiery and emotional start to Bound for Glory. But Tom, now it's time to get into one of the infamous Bound for Glory traditions.
A tremendous opportunity could be at hand here for one of these stars. Right now, we want to take a look back at how we set the field for the Call Your Shot Gauntlet match 2 weeks ago on Impact. We had a battle royal. It came down to Mance Warner and Lang Lee, where the winner of this matchup got the coveted number 20 spot, the final spot, and whomever was last eliminated would have to enter the gauntlet first.
It all came down to Lei Ying Lee and Mance Warner. One-on-one, huge opportunity on the line. Ultimately, though, in the end, despite her best efforts, it ended up being the Southern Psycho himself, Mance Warner, who earned himself that number 20 spot.
Number 20 spot in the Call Your Shot Gauntlet, Mance Warner.
So we know who will enter first and who will enter last, but right now let's take a look at the rules. The match will begin with 2 wrestlers in the ring. After 2 minutes, another person will enter the matchup. A new wrestler will then enter the contest every 60 seconds until all competitors have entered. Eliminations occur by tossing your opponent over the top rope with both feet touching the floor. The last 2 competitors in the match will then square off in a standard singles match. The first person to gain pinfall or submission wins the Call Your Shot Gauntlet. And there is the trophy given to the winner of the Call Your Shot Gauntlet, a guaranteed TNA title shot of your choosing anytime, anywhere over the next year.
The following is a Call Your Shot Gauntlet. Introducing first, from Chongqing, China, Lei Ying Lee.
As we saw moments ago, Lang Lee having to enter first here in the Call Your Shot Gauntlet match. A note, her tag team partner within the Age of Warriors, Zaya Brookside, was supposed to compete here in this Call Your Shot Gauntlet match of Bound for Glory. Zaya Brookside has been ruled out due to illness. We send Zaya our best, so that's one less ally in a matchup where you understand you could use them.
No doubt about it, especially when you're coming in at the unenviable position of number 1 and have to fight all the way to the end. Lei Ying Lee is a veritable competitor, but it's time to test those limits.
And next, from Duke City, New Mexico, Mara
Sade, who represented Team TNA this past Tuesday as a part of Showdown, tonight tries to guarantee herself a future TNA title shot. Entering her very first Bound for Glory, it's the beauty of the Call Your Shot Gauntlet matchup. 4 out of 6 previous winners have gone on to successfully call their shot and become a champion. You can choose any title you wish. For an example, Jordan Grace went on to call her shot to become Knockouts World Champion. We've seen it done for the TNA World Championship. We've seen it done for the TNA World Tag Team titles. It truly is about opportunity.
And what a position to be in, any time, any place. The unpredictability of having that Call Your Shot trophy, that opportunity, is priceless.
As I mentioned, this match beginning with these 2 wrestlers, Lei Ying Lee and Mara Sade. After 2 minutes, another person will enter the matchup. Nice sign of sportsmanship. This is just the beginning of the 7th annual Call Your Shot Gauntlet match here at Bound for Glory.
Of course, another one of the unique staples of this matchup. Male competitors, female competitors, everybody's thrown in the ring together as these 2 kick this thing off. There's an opportunity even here. If you can eliminate someone early, you have the ring to yourself for a moment before the next opponent comes in. So better to get quick work in.
Mara Sade having some fun at the expense of Laying Lee. A lot of credit to Laying Lee, the way she's competed this year here in 2025. Has had 2 shots at the Knockouts World Championship at Against All Odds and Victory Road, and has looked very sharp in both.
Definitely one of the most dangerous strikers. We talk about it all the time. Vast experience outside of here in mixed martial arts as well. Do not mess with Laying Lee, who's in a dangerous spot.
Yeah, Lee went over the top rope. Has got to be careful. Back in. Eliminations occur by going over the top rope and both feet touching the floor.
And that's sometimes a tough thing to adjust to in matches like this. That is an instinctual, counter to go over the rope like that. Whoa. But you don't want to do that in a call your shot gauntlet like this, in a battle royal-esque situation.
You've been in matches like this. You can lose it early, but this is good strategy, trying to gain eliminations as quickly as possible by Mara Sade.
My strategy was always to hug the bottom rope with both my legs and arms as tight as humanly possible and hope nobody sees me.
I remember, I called a few of those. And now Laying Lee, she's thinking about trying to eliminate Mara Sade early on. Sade is over the top rope. Counting down here until the 3rd entrant. Oh, into the Bound for Glory Call Your Shot Gauntlet match as Mara Sade stays alive.
Oh boy! It's time to get hunky!
The former TNA World Tag Team Champion, Ryan Nemeth. Can you imagine him with a guaranteed future TNA title shot of his choosing for a year?
Oh my God, it'd be nice to see one for the good guy to get his win, you know what I mean?
Well, wait a minute, Lee and Sade rolled out underneath the rope. They were not eliminated, not risking elimination. Ryan Nemeth has now entered the matchup. Sade and Lee choosing to team up against Ryan Nemeth.
That's not how this works.
It's a way that it can work.
But they're not even tag team partners. This is just bullying.
You've teamed up with people that you were tag team partners in matches like this?
Never had.
Never once?
Nope. Not one time.
Ryan Nemeth into the fray. The intervals between entrants shortens now. Here comes Big Brother, the former TNA World Tag Team Champion, the former TNA World Champion, who was a part of the triple main event of Bound for Glory last year and is no stranger to money moments.
That's for damn sure. Just got denied one by Mara Sade.
Nick Nemeth, of all people, just got super kicked.
I mean, let's not forget, Nick Nemeth is the one who dropped Sade a few weeks ago. Time to get a little bit of payback.
And now Laying going after Nick Nemeth. Oh, Nemeth has got to be careful here. The Nemeth brothers, needed that. Big Brother helping out Little Brother. Shocker of the century.
Hey, former tag team champions is who you're talking about.
At number 5.
At number 5, Cedric Alexander.
And Cedric Alexander is one to watch. Absolutely exploding onto the scene here in TNA this year.
Great choice there to kick Ryan Nemeth immediately in the face, and now a German suplex to Nick.
Take advantage of these moments when you have the opportunity to strike, to maybe clear the field.
Cedric Alexander making his Bound for Glory debut. What a performance he had just a few months ago at the Emergence event in Baltimore, challenging Leon Slater for the X Division Championship.
Go on to team with Leon Slater a few different times. Cedric Alexander, one of the most, in my opinion, underrated performers in the entire wrestling world.
What a scene here at the Tsongas Center in Lowell, Massachusetts, the greater Boston area. Capacity crowd here for one of our biggest events of all time. And now Nick Nemeth going to protect his little brother.
You can just say brother here. You don't have to always call him the little brother.
I'm going to keep doing that.
But who is out next?
Next, Rich Swann.
The first class OG, Rich Swann, and the former TNA World Champion.
Rich homie Swann is in his house, baby.
Rich Swann, who main evented Bound for Glory back in 2019.
Look at this. Staring right into the eyes of Cedric Alexander.
I don't know if they're at or above 205 pounds, but these two are very familiar with each other.
No doubt about it. Let's go.
Oh, we're live, baby. Swann and Alexander.
Two of the best light heavyweights in the entire business.
It's Swann going right after the eyes. There are no disqualifications in this style of matchup, so it's legal.
Swann is really starting to feel himself early on in this. It's not Chippendales, it's Bound for Glory, Swann.
He's learned a lot of bad habits in first class, you know? Oh! Oh, speak of the devil. AJ Francis entering his second consecutive Call Your Shot Gauntlet match at Bound for Glory. He had the coveted number 20 spot last year.
Now here, he comes out to back up Rich homie Swann.
Is he out here to back up Swann? Because AJ Francis cares about AJ Francis.
Well, he's here to back up Rich Swann until it comes down to take care of AJ Francis.
Launching Laying Lee. There's Mara Shade all over Francis. Remember the battle royal we saw a few weeks ago, the qualifier. Oh, Shade's been eliminated.
Mara Shade has been eliminated.
Shade and Lee were a part of the field trying to get rid of AJ Francis early on in that qualifier. Now Lee's gone.
Lee has been eliminated.
That's 2 eliminations. First class looking proud, looking strong. Oh no, no!
What did I tell you? Down payment!
No! That's your boy! What are you doing, AJ?
Rich Swann has been eliminated.
AJ Francis cares about AJ Francis.
Yeah, I may not like it, but I gotta respect it. It all comes down to one.
Hold on a second. We have the team of Center and Saint, but which one's in the match? Did they just flip a coin?
I think they tried to, and they lost the coin, but either way, it looks like.
At number 8, Saint.
Those Canadian coins, you know, they're hard to flip. Right now, this is Travis Williams, known as the Saint of Center and Saint. Now, Williams going after Ryan Nemeth. I'm very curious to see how Center and Saint can break out now that they are away from Eric Young and the Northern Armory is no more.
Taking free of that. And right now, Williams here has the opportunity to break free out on his own.
Cedric Alexander all over AJ Francis in the corner. Travis Williams taking it to the former TNA World Champion, Nick Nemeth. And there's Ryan Nemeth to protect his meal ticket.
Brother, tag team partner.
Here's a question.
Best friend.
What if it comes down to Nick and Ryan in the final 2?
Then may the best Nemeth win. Then we're guaranteed.
There's an easy answer, isn't there?
How dare you?
Travis Williams trying to stave off elimination. AJ Francis came in here like a storm and got 3 eliminations pretty quick. See who's next.
Oh boy, we heard about this one.
BDE.
One of the biggest wrestling YouTubers in the game today. You even saw him. He was making content out of his TNA debut.
He's got his buddies Brent Oakley and the Haroon twins at ringside here. Oh, and AJ Francis thought he eliminated BDE. These two have history from Pro Wrestling Revolver. Oh, dear God.
But will they finish that here tonight?
Oh,
look out.
Wait for a down payment and a cutter.
And look out.
Super kick by Nick Nemeth.
Welcome to the big leagues, kid.
has nearly 1.5 million YouTube followers, and they're all going to see that clip over and over again.
But hey, you got to start somewhere.
And now AJ Francis and Nick Nemeth appear content to team up against BDE as the clock counts down. Travis Williams in trouble here.
Myron Reed, Zachary Wentz, Trey Miguel, the Rascals!
Yeah, there was some interesting math done by our Director of Authority, Santana Morella, earlier today on TNA social and digital platforms. So the unit of the Rascals makes up one entry.
Yeah, and what the hell? How many hours did Santino spend in the treehouse to come to that decision?
Oh! That's a great question. That's a really good question. So I guess you could throw the math out the window. Good for Sinner and Saint doing the coin flip. And
yeah, right? But
wait a minute! BDE, the Rascals!
AJ Francis has been eliminated.
BDE and the Rascals eliminate AJ Francis!
That was the world's biggest super kick.
And now the Rascals going to work on Cedric Alexander. BDE is joining in as well.
The ring keeps filling up.
A little over halfway through the field. Here at Bound for Glory.
At number 11, Danny Luna.
I am very curious to see how Danny Luna fares in this one. She has been a buzzsaw as of late. Oh!
She just ran into it. Wait a second, just absorbing that.
Ain't the super kick. German suplex to Myron Reed. Danny Luna has cut a trail of devastation over the last few months here at TNA.
Really broke out on her own in the last few months here, and has been on a tear, and is going on a tear in this one.
Travis Williams trying to stay alive here. This is the beauty of the Call Your Shot Gauntlet matchup. Great intergender action like this. Oh, and there's the knee strike by Williams.
But what a flurry from Danny Luna to explode into this matchup. Anything can and often does happen in Call Your Shot.
Luna in her first Call Your Shot Gauntlet match, her second Bound for Glory match.
Making his way to the ring, Eric Young.
And look who's here. A ghost from Travis Williams' recent past. Eric Young, the world-class maniac.
Leader of the former Northern Armory. An absolute madman. And can you imagine what Eric Young might do with a title opportunity in his pocket?
Eric Young competing now in his 12th Bound for Glory matchup. He will be tied with Moose and Eddie Edwards by the end of the night for the second most Bound for Glory matches of all time, behind only Chris Sabin and the TNA Hall of Famer, Rhino.
And right there, Williams getting a modicum of revenge there on his former leader and mentor.
Wait a minute, Eric Young over the top rope.
Oh, wait a second, close.
Young going to the eyes. Remember, no disqualifications in this type of matchup. Williams to the outside.
Dangerous territory. High risk here for both guys.
Well, thought about a pile driver. What come up and stab would have been against Young, but a low blow. And now a pile driver from Young.
Saint has been eliminated.
Eliminated with malice.
No kidding, that's a bad way to go, ladies and gentlemen. But Eric Young is a bad man.
Eric Young, the two-time TNA World Champion. Plenty of Call Your Shot Gauntlet experience. Main evented Bound for Glory back in 2020.
Now, the ring is full of competitors. Everyone just trying to eliminate someone where they can. The chaos is starting to grow here.
Oh, Nick Nemeth over the top as we await entrant number 13. The 262-pound powerhouse who recently aligned himself with Frankie Kazarian.
It was not a good start of the night for the king of TNA. Coming up short against Steve Maclin, losing the international title. But Jake Something turned things around for him and his compatriot.
I think Jake Something has made it very clear over recent weeks and months. He'll do whatever it takes to find success here in TNA.
And when you're a man that powerful, there's not many people who can stop you.
Hold on. Danny Luna and Jake Something. Oh, a battle of powerhouses.
Stereo power bombs for the Rascals.
And now Jake Something and Danny Luna trying to eliminate Miguel and Reed of the Rascals. BDE is going over the top rope. He's got to be careful. Eric Young after BDE. Over the top. Oh, there goes BDE.
BDE has been eliminated.
A valiant effort from BDE here in his first ever TNA appearance.
So he was in at number 14.
At number 14, Rosemary.
The Knockouts legend, Rosemary, the Demon Assassin, who no doubt had to be inspired by the countdown to Bound for Glory, seeing Mickey James and the beautiful people inducted into the 2025 TNA Hall of Fame class.
No doubt about it. Those women paved the way for people like Rosemary, who does the same for those who will come after her. But can tonight be her night here in the Call Your Shot Gauntlet?
Rosemary taking her time, diving into the fray, which I believe is smart strategy considering the way the ring is filled up.
You gotta pick your moments, pick your opponents, the fights you want to take and those you don't.
And Rosemary, face to face with Trey Miguel, delivers a headbutt immediately. What a scene here at the Tsongas Center in Lowell, Massachusetts for the 21st annual Bound for Glory. Trey Miguel's been eliminated, same with Alexander.
Trey Miguel and Cedric Alexander have been eliminated.
It can happen just that fast, and now, well, welcome him home.
Accompanied by Rowdy the Riverhawk, the hometown man.
Big thanks to Rowdy the Riverhawk, the mascot for UMass Lowell. We are in their home venue here at the Tsongas Center, so the hometown man getting the cheap hometown pop.
What is a riverhawk?
It's a great question.
Is it bigger, smaller than an ocean hawk? Well, we're going to see just how high the hometown man can fly, though, I guess.
For an ornithologist. Ornithologist?
You'll get there one day.
Ornithologist. How do you say it?
Ornithologist. You got it. You got it, big boy. All right, turn around, though.
Oh, look out. Oh, now Rosemary's got a hold of the hometown man. Jake Something now has him. Oh, the green mist!
Right into the eyes of Jake Something.
Rosemary sent it to Jake.
Something's still holding on.
There he goes.
Jake Something has been eliminated.
Hell of a way to get eliminated. Jake Something's going to be furious after that one.
Bad night for Jake Something.
Danny Luna tied up with Rosemary. Eric Young, who absolutely knows who Cody Deaner is, tied up in the corner.
In more than anybody.
Let's see who's next. Guido!
Accompanied by Guido Maritano, Zach Layton.
Well, it's a thrill to see Guido Maritano of the original full-blooded Italians from the days of ECW, but it appears Zach Clayton of the new era of the full-blooded Italians will be competing tonight in the Call Your Shot Gauntlet match.
And we get a new era of the FBI running things in TNA.
Zach Clayton, who was ringside at Slammiversary, hasn't had a match here in TNA in a year and a half. Can he take the world by storm?
Hell of an opportunity for him and everybody in this matchup.
Oh, wait a minute, there goes Rosemary.
Rosemary has been eliminated.
Danny Luna covering to Rosemary, the hometown man eliminated.
Danny Luna has been
can turn around here. Opportunity can slip from your grasp in an instant.
Well, the countdown is on to number 17. 20 entrants total. Jody Threat, who we saw earlier on tonight, trying to help out Gia Miller against Tessa Blanchard and Victoria Crawford, and her former tag team partner, Danny Luna, just got eliminated.
Jody Threat gonna make it count, but oh, what the hell?
Frankie Kazarian. Kazarian, who lost the international title to Steve Macklin earlier on tonight. There's our director of authority, Santino Marella.
Took out Jody Threat.
Jody Threat never entered the ring. Is Frankie Kazarian officially an entrant in the Call Your Shot Gauntlet? He won this match last year.
Certainly looking that way.
What? Santino must have said something to the referee.
At number 18, the TNA Director of Authority.
Oh my God.
Santino Marella.
Wait a second. Wait a second. The Cobra's out. Frankie. Frankie, look out.
Cobra! Wait a minute. Santino's not had a whole lot of success in matches like this.
He's got to be careful.
He's officially in, and he's officially out!
Santino Marella has been eliminated.
Did he break his own record?
I mean, that's not exactly the record you want to break.
Fair.
Either way, he's in, he's out. Hello, goodbye. Who's next?
We're down to number 19.
Part of Massachusetts, but they love the complete Matt Cardona.
Cardona dives into the ring and goes right after Zach Clayton of the FBI. Radio silence by Cardona. And there goes Clayton.
Zach Clayton has been eliminated.
Wait a second.
Oh, that would give JWoww something to tweet about. And Guido, who's not a participant in this matchup. Get the hell out of here. Oh, well, he got to experience the aggravation of being eliminated.
That'll work. Goodbye to
and
the
now
FBI.
the Nemeth brothers teaming up on Cardona. Plenty of issues between Cardona and the Nemeth brothers as of late here in TNA, and we're counting down to the last entrant, number 20.
The Rascals taking on the Nemeth now too.
And we know who's next and who's last. Oh, hold on. Here comes the Southern Psycho. Oh, and the Rascals have been eliminated.
Myron Reed and Zachary Lynch have been eliminated.
Dear God. There is Mance Warner's fiance, Steph DeLander, accompanied by the Undead here at Bound for Glory.
And at the number 20 spot, accompanied by Steph DeLander, Mance Warner.
Well, the Southern Psycho certainly living up to his moniker here tonight at Bound for Glory as he walks in and at the coveted number 20 spot. There's still plenty of competition in that rim, Tom.
Remember, Nick and Ryan Nemeth entered at 3 and 4 respectively. They've been in this for a while, but they've been watching each other's backs. Eric Young has been in the thick of it. The hometown man recently entered. Matt Cardona's relatively fresh. A step to Lander, trying to assist Mance Warner. Grabbing a steel chair.
There's technically no disqualification. This could work to Warner's favor.
And now Warner finally enters the Call Your Shot Gauntlet match, armed to the teeth. Oh, and the hometown man and Eric Young rushing at Warner. The Nemeth brothers trying to isolate Cardona, but Mance Warner is a one-man wrecking crew.
His favorite tag team partner, the steel chair.
And now Cardona attacking Warner.
Could Warner cap off his debut year here? TNA with a prime opportunity with that Call Your Shot trophy. Oh, look out, look out.
On the hometown man trying to take advantage of Young over the top rope. Young slides back inside. And there's the hometown man over the top. Got some hometown support.
Just hanging on.
Hometown man is back in it. Eric Young.
Oh. So close. Back and forth. We're getting down to the wire here, though.
Oh, now Young dragging the hometown man out. Remember how he eliminated Travis Williams, that vicious pile driver on the apron.
Do that again. Hometown man is feeling it though here.
Oh, and a low blow. See ya.
The hometown man
Cardona got Young.
Eric Young has been eliminated.
And now Mance Warner, Cardona, and the Nemeth brothers.
Look out!
Mance Warner's been eliminated.
Mance Warner has been eliminated.
Oh, wait a second, Cardona looking alone in there with the Nemeth brothers.
Nick and Ryan Nemeth and Matt Cardona. Nick and Ryan entered at 3 and 4 earlier on, and have been watching each other's backs. It could come down to Nick and Ryan as the final two.
We talked about it. It is now a very, very real possibility.
Remember, the last two competitors in the matchup will then square off in a standard singles match. First person to gain pinfall or submission wins the Call Your Shot Gauntlet. But we're not there yet. We're almost there. Double knees.
Cardona putting up a hell of a fight here. 2-on-1 battle for the complete.
Oh, Ryan Nemeth over the top.
Precarious spot.
Ryan Nemeth has got a hold of Matt Cardona, trying to tee him up for Big Brother. Could have been time for a super kick. Oh, no! Little Brother's gone.
Not like that.
Oh, and Nick Nemeth over the top.
Ryan Nemeth has been eliminated.
Nick Nemeth in trouble here. There's Step to Lander, slowing up Matt Cardona.
A lot of history between those two, we know that much.
Oh, now Mance Warner dragging Cardona out.
That's right. That's what you get. Matt Cardona has been eliminated.
Oh, wait a minute.
That's right.
Frankie Kazarian was never eliminated. He went through the ropes after the Cobra by Santino. We're down to the final two. Cover. The referee's down.
Went right into the ref, though. That's a bad start to this one-on-one matchup portion of the gauntlet.
Oh, and a super kick. Nemeth collapsing into the cover. A new referee. Oh, and a kick out.
Now it is truly down to the wire here.
We're down to Nick Nemeth and Frankie Kazarian, who attacked Jody Threat and took her spot in the Call Your Shot Gauntlet match. Oh, slingshot DDT. Here's the cover. Who's going to win the Call Your Shot Gauntlet? A kick out by Nemeth.
Kaz looking to become a two-time Call Your Shot Gauntlet winner, back-to-back.
Frankie Kazarian is one of two all-time to unsuccessfully call his shot. He did so at Rebellion earlier this year in his hometown of Los Angeles for the TNA World Title.
A heartbreaking night for the King, but could he right some of those wrongs here tonight?
You certainly have two of the best TNA has to offer right now, though. Wait a minute. Superplex cover by both referees. The count. What the hell just happened? Who won?
Well, each ref saw a different pair of shoulders pressed to the mat in that roll-up.
Hold on, let's try and take a look at a replay here. We had a superplex that ended up in this situation here. Nick Nemeth and Frankie Kazarian. I mean, it did look like both sets of shoulders were down.
That's right, they both went to grab each other for almost like an inside cradle. Shoulders for both men were down.
What's the ruling?
Ladies and gentlemen, after carefully evaluating the situation, I have come to the conclusion. For the first time in the history of the Call Your Shot Gauntlet match, we will have two winners of the Gauntlet match. A dual victory.
I mean, I don't know how that's gonna work.
This is unprecedented. We have a dual victory in the Bound for Glory Call Your Shot Gauntlet. This means Frankie Kazarian and Nick Nemeth can call their shot for any TNA title of their choosing over the next year.
And I'm sure they're gonna get along just fine with who gets to call their shots when. You can't even decide who's gonna hold the trophy. How is this gonna work?
This is one of the damnedest things I've ever seen.
Santana Marella booking strikes again, folks. It's a unique one.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to try and turn our attention elsewhere after this puzzling situation. This past Tuesday, it was TNA versus NXT at Showdown. This was a situation that I know a lot of TNA fans, it didn't set well with them as an NXT star. A reigning TNA World Champion, Kalani Jordan, was the captain of Team TNA against Team NXT in the Women's Survivor Series elimination style match.
Everything was on the line for Team TNA in this one. A chance to stand out in this ongoing conflict with NXT. However, to your point, Tom, perhaps it was that led to some of the dissolution of Team TNA at Showdown.
So now, Kalani Jordan will be defending the Knockouts World Championship tonight, but right now we want to take a look at the Extreme Fan Cam. Shout out to our fans in Section 114 here inside the Tsongas Center in Lowell, Massachusetts, taking in the 21st annual Bound for Glory. Visit TNAWrestling.com and TNAMerch.com to find out how you can be in an Extreme Fan Cam section in the future.
But right now, it is all about the Knockouts World Championship. NXT's Kalani Jordan defends the Knockouts World Title against Indy Hartwell.
There are no countouts, no disqualifications. First woman to gain pinfall or submission in the ring is the future #1 contender to the Knockouts World Championship. Come Bound for Glory. Jackknife cover, oh, hold on. Hartwell's going to Bound for Glory.
We're having a battle royal, and the final two knockouts of that battle royal will compete to crown a new TNA Knockouts World Champion.
It's Laying Lee versus NXT's Kalani Jordan with Indy Hartwell as the special guest referee. The winner is the new Knockouts World Champion. referee is down. One of a kind. Kalani Jordan is your new TNA Knockouts World Champion.
At Bound for Glory, I'm gonna show you just why no one can do it like Lonnie.
I have the support of the locker room. I have the support of the fans. And at Bound for Glory, I will bring that title home and accomplish my dream of becoming TNA Knockouts World Champion.
Well, right now, let's take a look at the tail of the tape here at Bound for Glory ahead of this Knockouts World Championship matchup. You have Kalani Jordan, a woman representing two brands, yet questioned by two locker rooms. Jordan finds herself within and without. Meanwhile, will our Knockouts World Championship be reclaimed for TNA Wrestling? Tonight, will the girlhood dream come true for Indy Hartwell?
There she is, Indy Hartwell walking into what she literally told me earlier this afternoon is the biggest match of her career, the biggest match of her lifetime. This opportunity is so important to her that she had, and there they are, her family, 4 flights across the globe from Australia to get here to Massachusetts to watch Indy Hartwell potentially leave with a childhood dream in hand and becoming Knockouts World Champion.
Indy Hartwell grew up in Australia as a huge TNA fan. All she ever wanted when she got into pro wrestling was to become a knockout, become TNA Knockouts World Champion, and be a part of Bound for Glory. Saw moments ago the highlights from Showdown this past Tuesday. It's a complicated situation with Kalani Jordan. On one side, I can absolutely respect a competitor and an athlete who took advantage of an opportunity at Victory Road a few weeks ago, but you could feel how uneasy it was between Jordan and her fellow NXT stars who were her opponents, and then her own teammates who were obviously cooperating well with her throughout that matchup. But still, Jordan has got to feel like someone living in two different worlds right now.
That's one of the things that makes this whole partnership, and especially with the rising tensions between TNA and NXT, it's what makes it interesting. But it's also, to your point, what makes it very difficult for those representing both brands with championships.
The Knockouts World Championship is at stake tonight at Bound for Glory.
Following contest is scheduled for one fall and is for the TNA Knockouts World Championship. Introducing first the challenger from Melbourne, Australia, Indy Hartwell. And her opponent from Boynton Beach, Florida, she is the TNA Knockouts World Champion, Kalani Jordan.
We heard earlier tonight on the countdown to Bound for Glory from the brand new TNA Hall of Famers, the beautiful people, and Mickie James, the significance of the Knockouts World Championship, how it is consistently represented opportunity and excellence in women's wrestling since 2007, and how appropriate as this title is on the line tonight, and it was introduced first at Bound for Glory in 2007.
There's no doubt about it. TNA Wrestling has been the home and hotbed for women's professional wrestling for decades now. And now these two are fighting for the richest prize in that entire game.
If you're Indy Hartwell, how do you compartmentalize all those emotions, those thoughts you've had ringing around in your head since you were a teenager?
You take that and you combine that with everything you've done. Let's not forget, Indy Hartwell is a former champion. She's not some ingenue off the block here. She's been in this situation
Shoulders down, kick out.
And she can do it again.
Oh, Jordan with a crossbody. Hartwell rolls through. Here's the cover. Here's the cover. The referee counted 2.
And Indy Hartwell with everybody here, her family, the pressure on.
Oh, and Jordan just got off of the mat.
That's great strength from Kalani Jordan there.
Backslide here by Jordan, and another kick out, this time by Hartwell. Very even in the early going.
Back and forth, very even for Indy Hartwell. I mean, she said, and she might have even cursed herself a little bit. She said, I can't lose. There is too much on the line here tonight at Bound for Glory.
Indy is a perfect 6-0 in singles action here in TNA with wins over 3 former Knockouts World Champions in Rosemary, Tessa Blanchard, we mentioned at Slammiversary, and Tasha Steeles. Meanwhile, Kalani Jordan has been beaten in singles action since June across TNA and NXT.
I see some a little bit of frustration from Kalani Jordan earlier there, but now taken back over.
Oh, shoulders down, and a kick out. Oh, nice drop kick there by Jordan. The Michigan State product.
Whoa.
Big kick attempt there, and Hartwell backing off just in time.
And both these incredible athletes, and we also know a shared history too. Indy Hartwell talked about it on TNA this past week. She was in Kalani Jordan's first ever NXT matchup as a tag team partner. And now here they find themselves Bound for Glory.
Now hold on a second. Oh, down goes Jordan. Jordan charges at Indy Hartwell in the corner. Oh! 2 wrestlers who have known each other for about 3 years. Oh, beautiful leg drop out of the corner. Jordan stacks up Hartwell. Oh, and a kick out.
That was close early on here. That's that gymnastics prowess of Kalani Jordan coming through.
As I mentioned, it was 3 years ago that Indy Hartwell tagged with Kalani Jordan in her very first live event matchup in NXT. It's been remarkable to see the growth of Kalani Jordan, and then also for Indy Hartwell to see how this has come to this moment that she's envisioned ever since she was a child.
Indy Hartwell literally helped Kalani Jordan acclimate to the wrestling world, to NXT at the time. A little bit of a mentor kind of situation, but that's all out the window.
Spinebuster off of the ropes. Oh, and a kick out there by Jordan. Some high impact offense by Hartwell. Great adjustment there, great adaptation. So you take a look at this incredible crowd this evening here at the Tsongas Center. We're live on pay-per-view and TNA Plus around the world in Lowell, Massachusetts for our biggest event of the year, Bound for Glory.
Now Indy with that spine buster has turned the matchup in her favor. Is it enough here?
Cover, shoulders pressed down, and a kick out there by Jordan.
And you can almost see the pressure on Indy's face. You can see it behind her eyes, how much this means to her. To your point, the question you asked at the beginning of this matchup, I know Indy's been in these situations before, but you can see how much this one in particular means to her.
Difficult situation here for Kalani Jordan. Could Indy Hartwell earn a submission victory from this position? Jordan, extremely flexible given that gymnastics background you talked about.
And it's necessary in a situation like this. Nearly bent in half by Indy Hartwell.
Trying to withstand Hartwell. So much on the line for Indy Hartwell, trying to bring the Knockouts World Championship back to TNA Wrestling tonight at Bound for Glory. Oh! Finally relinquishing the hold there against Kalani Jordan. Trying to pivot. Out of the corner, there's Kalani Jordan.
A heavy haymaker of a clothesline there. Both athletes down to the mat in this one.
Some of the bursts that we've seen from Kalani Jordan, whether she's competed in TNA or NXT, tremendous fire. I certainly admire the way that she's handled this situation. An active NXT star, her own locker room is questioning her allegiances, and meanwhile, she just wanted to win a championship, and she captured one of the most prestigious titles in women's wrestling.
Look, you end up with a crown, you're gonna have a lot of people looking to take you down. And that's exactly what you get as a champion. No matter what brand, I don't care what company you work for, you have people coming for you. Your loyalties will be tested.
Off the uppercut. Hartwell trying to pick up the pace. There's a forearm shiver by Kalani Jordan, now taking down Hartwell.
Taking back control of the matchup, maybe thinking hurts, don't it?
Jordan clearly did her homework. Great scouting there. Oh, the cartwheel back elbow.
Now Jordan's starting to come alive here. You can see that confidence returning to Kalani Jordan.
Shot right to the midsection by Kalani Jordan. Up onto the shoulders. Hartwell, was trying to set up maybe for a Death Valley driver. Kalani Jordan with a jawbreaker. Trying to retain the Knockouts World Championship and a kick out by Hartwell, but Jordan held on.
Smart move from the champion there. Not letting your opponent get an inch. Oh, look at this.
Strong kick right to the spine here of Indy Hartwell.
More of an aggressive side of Kalani Jordan out here tonight.
Single leg Boston Crab. Jordan wants to shut people up. Over the last few weeks, ever since Victory Road, she's been hearing a lot of people doubting her. Jordan's got something to prove.
Also shows what threat she takes.
Indy Hartwell's family at ringside flew all the way here from Australia to see Indy Hartwell here at Bound for Glory.
A shame it would be to end in a heartbreak for Indy Hartwell, but Kalani Jordan dead set on tapping Hartwell out.
Jordan shoved off there by Hartwell. Champion's advantage, of course, to Jordan. Title cannot change hands via countout or disqualification. Only via pinfall or submission in the ring.
Some breathing room here now for both competitors, but Jordan back up, start to climb the ropes here. What is on the mind of a Knockouts World Champion?
Kalani Jordan, the crossbody off of the top. Hartwell, however, rolled through.
Look at the strength.
Indy Hartwell trying to get Jordan up. Hartwell, couldn't hold on. There's the cover. And a kick out at 2.
Great counter there from Jordan. You know, almost a small package, but look out.
Hartwell trying to gain control here against Kalani Jordan. Powerbomb!
Planted!
Do we have a new Knockouts World Champion? And a kick out.
And the frustration continuing to mount for Indy Hartwell here.
The prestige of the TNA Knockouts World Championship hangs heavy over this matchup. First captured by the TNA Hall of Famer, Gail Kim. Other Hall of Famers like we saw earlier on tonight, Mickey James, Angelina Love, the likes of Awesome Kong, ODB, Tara, who we saw earlier on this evening, Madison Rain, Deonna Purrazzo, and Jordan Grace.
You see the defiance in the eyes of Kalani Jordan there.
Oh, beautifully done. That was incredible.
That was outstanding and completely could be lights out here for Indy Hartwell.
Hartwell's down. Could she be in position for Jordan? Oh, Jordan going up to the top. Thought she was going to go for the one-of-a-kind split leg and moonsault, but instead a frog splash. Enough to retain? No. Another cover.
Wait, referee.
The referee doesn't see it. Another cover by Hartwell.
And again.
A third cover. Hartwell's still alive.
Kalani Jordan really trying to keep Indy Hartwell on the back foot here. Force her to keep kicking out, keep adapting, keep changing.
Hashtag TNA Bound for Glory is trending on social media. We are worldwide, live on pay-per-view and TNA Plus for our biggest event of the year. Oh, and now Jordan to the outside. Oh, face first.
Good counter there by Indy Hartwell.
On the move, boom, right to the face there by Hartwell. Jordan's down on the outside.
Now look, it's Indy Hartwell starting to pick up steam. When she gets this confidence going, she can really take over the matchup. She has to rise above that pressure.
She has to build some momentum here against Kalani Jordan. It's been very evenly matched for much of this bout.
But 50-50 don't win titles. Look out!
Elbow right to the spine.
trying to shoot the half, or to the leg. Is the Knockouts World Title coming home? Now a kick out by Jordan. You mentioned in the past, Ray, well, there are 3 TNA titles on the line tonight that could go home with NXT stars.
Take another look here. Almost bringing it home with that elbow to the spine of Kalani Jordan. But Jordan finding a way to dig down deep and stay in this matchup.
Wait a minute, going for Hurts Donut once again. Jordan had an answer once again. Shoulders down, kick out. Now Jordan down. Hartwell can't win the title.
And this one now really starting to pick up steam. Whoa, whoa, they can cut her.
Jordan. Oh, got caught! Hurts Donut! Hurts Donut! Do we have a new champion? Do we have a new champion? Oh, Jordan got her foot on the rope. The match continues.
Just barely a second away, inches away, depending on positioning. Indy Hartwell had the match up there with Hurts Donut.
No one has kicked out of Hurts Donut here in TNA Wrestling. Indy Hartwell is undefeated in singles competition in this company up until now.
Now, headed back up to the top rope.
Hartwell just fired off the best shot in her arsenal. She's got to regroup, going to the top rope. The reason they call it high risk.
And Jordan having an answer here. Wait a second. This is dangerous. This is risky.
Can Hartwell resist? The Knockouts World Champion was trying to set up maybe for a Spanish fly. Hartwell blocked it.
Hartwell had an answer now. Once again, thinking elbow.
Oh, look for the elbow to the spine one more time. Jordan sensed it coming, and there's a big kick right to the face.
Crash landing, and now.
Look out! One of a kind! The split-legged moonsault! Jordan retains the Knockouts World Championship.
Here is your winner, and still the TNA Knockouts World Champion, Kalani Jordan.
And Ray, well, look at the expression on Jordan's face.
A heartbreak for Hartwell, but a message sent from Kalani Jordan. I am no longer that kid you met day one in NXT. I am your Knockouts World Champion.
TNA President Carlos Silva awarding the championship to Kalani Jordan, but going to check on TNA star Indy Hartwell, who's just lost her first singles match in TNA, the greatest stage this company has to offer. A great sign of respect between Kalani Jordan and Indy Hartwell.
But a heartbreak for Indy here at Bound for Glory in front of her family. A valiant effort regardless, but it's back to the drawing board for Hartwell.
Heartbreak for Indy Hartwell. She's consoled by her family here at ringside at Bound for Glory.
Best wrestler in this company, okay? You're the rightful winner. You're my big brother, and you're the best wrestler on this whole planet.
I know,
okay?
but we had a plan. It was simple. Call your shot, Battle Royal. One winner. Ryan, I was a chance to be a 2-time TNA World Champion.
And you still will, because we are making history. I don't know what this Ree stuff is, you J. Brown, but if you saw, my hand was raised. I'm the rightful winner of that trophy. In fact, I'm the only guy to win this trophy in back-to-back years, kid.
Yeah, listen, we all know your stats. Hell, normally I'm a fan of yours. But I'm a former TNA World Champion, and I'm sure as hell not gonna be sharing the spotlight with someone who's never been World Champion.
Is that right? Yeah, well, maybe I'll become World Champion a little later tonight.
Well, some ominous words there from Frankie Kazarian that could have some implications later tonight.
Trick Williams defends the TNA World Championship against Mike Santana later on tonight. in our main event. But right now, we are moments away from a matchup that has been brewing for much of this year. It's Order 4 up against the System. Order 4 has the advantage entering Hardcore War, one of the most dangerous matches in TNA's history. Which faction will own the future of TNA?
A united Order 4 can become the greatest faction in TNA history.
Greatest faction in all of TNA. We heard that, and that's gonna be a tough one to take back.
We've held all the titles. The system works.
Order 4 and the System at odds here in TNA Wrestling.
Now all this talk about the greatest faction and TNA, definitely not some broken down old system, no. The greatest faction and TNA is Order 4.
The System and Order 4 clashing in the Impact Zone.
Bound for glory! Order 4 versus the System in a match called Hardcore War!
Are we witnessing the System shut down?
You just messed with family, and now you're gonna find out the hard way why you always trust the damn system!
Oh, and a low blow! Order 4 will have the advantage against the System in Hardcore War. Right now, let's take a look at the rules for Hardcore War. 2 wrestlers will start and will compete for 2 minutes. A new member then enters the match every minute. Each wrestler can bring a new weapon to the ring. There are no countouts, no disqualifications. The match can't end until all members of each team are in. The match can only end via pinfall or submission. Order 4 has the advantage based off of Mustafa Ali's win over Moose at Victory Road.
Order 4 walks into Hardcore War, a united front.
The following is Hardcore War! Introducing first, from Toledo, Ohio, representing Order 4, Jason Hotch!
Think about everything Jason Hotch has to fight for on behalf of Order 4. The greatest opportunity he's had in his career here in TNA has come because of Mustafa Ali and Order 4.
There's no doubt about it. We've always talked so much about the potential of Jason Hotch as a performer, specifically in the X division. He has so much raw athletic talent and ability. Mustafa Ali saw that, and he has molded that and has raised the game of Jason Hotch, in my opinion, more than it's ever been. Jason Hotch now stands about to become part of the most powerful faction in TNA history.
His opponent, accompanied to the ring by Aislinn and Alicia from Peabody, Massachusetts, representing the System, Eddie Edwards.
Eddie Edwards accompanied by Wally, the mascot of his beloved Boston Red Sox. Eddie Edwards, who grew up not far from here in Peabody, Massachusetts, is a die-hard Boston sports fan, and a tip of the cap to our broadcast colleague, Sean Brandy, for the voiceover to open up Bound for Glory this evening, the voice of the Celtics. This is a homecoming for Eddie Edwards in the greater Boston area.
And of course, sent off to war by his wife, Alicia Edwards, and his daughter, Aislinn. He has to use all that emotion, all that hometown pride that he has here tonight, and he better funnel it into carnage and chaos.
armed with Kenny the Kendo stick to start this off against Jason Hodge. So a reminder, these two wrestlers are going to start this thing off. The next member to enter this matchup will come from Order 4. Each wrestler can bring a new weapon to the ring, and the match can't end until all members of each team are in. Jason Hodge getting into it.
Wait, look out!
There's Eddie Edwards, the level Hodge and hardcore war is underway.
That wasn't a fair distraction to start this thing off.
It's hardcore war, Ray. Well, there are no disqualifications, so. Oh, take it up with Santana.
They said every wrestler could bring one weapon. Well, Wally's pelvis counts as a weapon, apparently.
The big green monster has come to Lowell, Massachusetts. Little Wally wiggle for you.
I don't want to hear about anybody's green monster.
Yeah.
Nobody mentioned the Yankees.
Well, the Yankees beat them in the playoffs recently. I know you don't follow sports.
Big surprise.
Yeah. Tough season for the Red Sox, but they could turn it all around right here with Eddie Edwards.
Heart and soul right here. Got to dig down deep, find the wolf within.
Now Hodge drop kick. Eddie Edwards sporting Celtics colors. Interesting, Order 4 appears to be wearing Lakers colors tonight. One of the greatest rivalries in the history of sports. Oh, and a trash can to the skull!
That's a slam dunk. Hodge might be out of this thing before it's even really began. Remember, this match can't even end until everybody's out here.
That was an angle of Hodge I never wanted to see.
Absolutely crushing trash can shot to the head. Now Eddie Edwards, I mean, he could take Hodge out before the next member of Order 4 even gets here.
Oh! To your point, he could beat him up enough that Hodge is a non-factor. Right. The next person to enter the matchup will come from Order 4. The match can't end until every participant from both the system and Order 4 have entered.
Eddie Edwards has one of the damnedest chops in all of pro wrestling, and Hodge is learning all about it. Oh, wait a second. Might have to hold off on one more time.
Representing Order 4, John Schuyler.
Oh, John Schuyler, the longtime tag team partner of Jason Hodge, the team known as the Great Hands within Order 4.
And this is where that advantage really starts coming into play. Order 4 will always have a one-person advantage every time a member of their team comes out. All that the system can hope for is to even the odds until we get everybody out here.
Talked about the opportunity that Mustafa Ali and Order 4 have given to Jason Hodge. Same could be said for Schuyler. Looking for the favor.
Onto the steel chair. And the Great Hands looking pretty great.
Take a look back here. 2-on-1 advantage. And the favor to Eddie Edwards into the steel chair. John Schuyler's been very vocal on social media. 2005, he said he watched his first TNA Bound for Glory as a fan. 2021, you wrestled on the countdown to Bound for Glory for the digital media title. And tonight is in hardcore war.
Next, representing the system, JDC.
Meanwhile, here comes Johnny Tango Curtis of the system, armed with a Patriots helmet.
Little pride himself here. Look out!
JDC, who spent a great deal of his career competing in the Boston area, was recruited to the system by Eddie Edwards because of those shared ties from Massachusetts.
Proud son of New England. Regardless, no, not like, Jesus!
It's the wild man from Westbrook, Maine.
Poor John Schuyler. Oh, look out. Dango's
JDC off of the top. JDC takes out the Great Hands.
Hey, man. When Dango gets weird, things get wild. And when it's hardcore war, I guess anything goes.
even right now between the system and Order 4. That's going to change in a moment, but JDC and Eddie Edwards trying to take advantage of that. Is that a... Oh, dear God, that is a cheese grater.
No.
John Schuyler's already busted open. This is going to make matters worse.
Good God! Absolutely disgusting! Gets him back up, thank God!
And there's Tasha Steelz.
Representing Order 4, Tasha Steelz.
It's Tasha Steelz sporting a New York Yankees jersey, the Boricua Badass, making it 3-2 the advantage against the system for Order 4.
Tasha Steelz adding to the advantage of Order 4.
John Schuyler is messed up. Now Jason Hotch teeing off on Edwards.
That is the scars of war already taking form here, but Schuyler is a brute. He's a beast. And now look at this. Order 4 has the advantage. Some teamwork here.
The leg drop into the steel chair right to the eye of Eddie Edwards. Eddie Edwards does have a history of orbital bone injuries.
Shout out to the Death Machine and the nasty rivalry they shared for a long time.
The now retired Sami Callihan, that is. John Schuyler going to work on JDC. Meanwhile, the mastermind of Order 4, Tasha Steelz. What does she have up her sleeve next?
The advantage firmly in the corner of Order 4 now, as it will continue to be.
Representing the system, Alicia Edwards.
Oh, it's time to ride or die. Alicia Edwards with Kendra the kendo stick. What a history between Steelz and Edwards.
And the women representing the system in Order 4 are going at it.
Oh,
good God.
Oh, Alicia Edwards and Steelz went one-on-one recently on Impact, but last year they were tag team championship partners, at least for a brief night at Victory Road.
They were. Now Schuyler's got his grip. Oh! And pays for it.
And Eddie knows very well to get out of Alicia's way. She has that look in her eye. Steelz sent back inside the ring. Eddie Edwards looking around ringside for more weaponry.
More instruments of destruction.
What the hell is he looking for?
Why is it whatever it is not good enough? That's what's terrifying.
Oh, good Lord, a staple gun.
As if the cheese grater wasn't enough. No. Oh! He's already wearing the crimson mask. You don't gotta add to it.
Oh, no, Jason Hotch. Oh, Lord! Oh, look out! Oh, from behind! This has been absolute madness.
Representing Order 4, Special Agent Zero.
But now we have Special Agent Zero making his Bound for Glory debut. He made his TNA debut in an impromptu match of the kickoff Victory Road 2 weeks ago. It took the system eliminating Special Agent Zero from the equation just so they could accomplish the victory. But taking this man off his feet has proved to be incredibly difficult.
He's the hand-picked weapon of mass destruction for Order 4, courtesy of Mustafa Ali. Absolute machine. And you put a monster like that in a matchup like this, and it spells bad things for the system.
Oh, God, with the steel steps right to the head of Eddie Edwards.
And Edwards went down like a shot.
The difference maker within Order 4 in Hardcore War, Special Agent Zero.
Making the most of this advantage.
Remember, it was weeks ago that Special Agent Zero destroyed JDC, gave him a choke bomb onto a steel chair, and took him out of action for damn near a month.
Representing the system, Brian Myers.
Look at this. Myers stopping short.
Brian Myers knows he's allowed to bring a new weapon into the fray. Looking around at ringside. He's got to come up with something creative here. Was trying to create a distraction, and it proved like it worked.
Or did it?
Oh.
At least for the moment. And just like that, Myers tried to even the odds, but once again, Special Agent Zero and company shutting things down.
Even though it's 4 participants apiece for Order 4 in the system right now, this is a 3-on-1 assault by Order 4.
They've been able to keep that advantage every time a member of Order 4 has come out. It's what's allowed them to beat down every member of the system so badly. So even though it's quote-unquote even, it's really not.
Remember, the match officially begins once all 5 have entered the contest.
And wait, look at this.
Alicia Edwards surrounded by Order 4.
And oh, look. The general, the leader, the arbiter of Order 4.
Rounding out Order 4, Mustafa Ali.
And Ali is armed with a sledgehammer.
And Alicia Edwards is alone in the ring with the rest of Order 4.
Ali, who pushed Ethan Page to the limit this past Tuesday at Showdown for the NXT North American Championship. He realized the opportunity here this Sunday at Bound for Glory. Reclaim his momentum. Reclaim dominance for Order 4 in TNA.
Look at this. Oh, Eddie Edwards in, trying to defend his wife.
And John Schuyler slows up Eddie Edwards.
Okay, look at this.
Oh, and the stop there by Hutch after the setup from Ali. The ring is filling up.
And he's trying to step in, prevent whatever was on the mind of Order 4 and what they're going to do to Alicia Edwards here. Ali and company.
They're making Alicia watch as they destroy the system one by one. And now the last and final member of the system.
Rounding out the system, Moose.
And Moose here to finally even the odds and get this match officially going.
Oh, there goes Hodgson into Schuyler. Oh, there goes Ali right after Moose. Trying to pick up from their match at Victory Road.
And just like that, Moose more than even in the odds. Look at that, wrapped in that chain and staring a hole for Special Agent Zero.
I'm having flashbacks to the no surrender matchup that went down last year. Remember Moose and Alex Shelley for the TNA World Championship. He used that steel chain to retain that night, did Moose.
And now these two behemoths going blow for blow.
Remember weeks ago, Special Agent Zero, he went for that headbutt, he leveled Moose. Moose needed medical attention for weeks.
Here, anything and everything goes.
Uh-oh. Oh, and a drop kick, steel chair to the face.
And Special Agent Zero is reeling here.
And now Moose in hardcore war, trying to endure the environment. And there's the rest of Order 4 swarming. There's the system.
I think you saw that chair Moose was running to take out Special Agent Zero and slipped on the chair.
Oh, dear God. Agent Zero over the top. And remember, now that every member of Order 4 in this system have entered, now the match can officially end via pinfall or submission in the ring.
We got to take another look at this. The big man, Agent Zero, over the top, eliminating the field at ringside. That is the weapon of Order 4.
Chance of this is awesome here at the Tsongas Center in Lowell, Massachusetts. And look at Tasha steals a barbed wire kendo stick.
As she slides into the ring.
What a scene here at Bound for Glory. And Alicia Edwards has a little black bag, and you can only guess what that means. The thumbtacks have been broken out in Hardcore War.
That's how serious Alicia Edwards is.
Oh! Tasha Steele's lashed out with that barbed wire kendo stick, and now Alicia going to work.
Look out, look out.
Oh, dear God.
The equalizer is in the ring.
Alicia Edwards with the barbed wire kendo stick. Special Agent Zero absorbed it. Oh, my God.
Oh, no, wait.
Oh, dear God, not this. Not this. Oh, my God, a choke bomb out of the tax. You son of a bitch. Oh,
good God.
Eddie Edwards is trying to check on his wife. And Special Agent Zero being assaulted by JDC and Myers. Oh, that headbutt. Oh, now Moose, spare!
Absolute chaos unleashed.
The chain, the spear!
Sacrificing his own shoulder to add a little emphasis on that one.
And now Myers and JDC trying to take out the great hands. Oh, to the outside.
Absolute bedlam here.
It's one of the wildest matches in TNA. This is Hardcore War.
And Eddie Edwards checking on his wife after being absolutely...
Oh! And there's Ali assaulting Edwards with a steel chair while he was checking on his wife, the heartless Mustafa Ali.
The man who's made it his mission to snuff out the system.
Oh, God. Dear God, no, not this. Not this. Well, this is too far.
What? There's no way. There's no way.
No.
That Ali's gonna do this.
Someone's gonna stop this. Someone's gonna help Alicia Edwards. Covered in tax. Oh, the 450 into the tax.
You've gotta be kidding me! Sweet Lord!
Oh, Ali into the tax.
Went for the ultimate insult. Paid the ultimate price.
Absolute carnage. And now Eddie Edwards, in defense of his wife,
wrapping his knee in barbed wire.
Eddie Edwards with a barbed wire Boston knee party. The system wins Hardcore War.
You are your winners, the System.
Hardcore War more than living up to its name.
We're getting some medical attention right now for Alicia Edwards after the devastation from Special Agent Zero and the rest of Order 4.
But Alicia Edwards is not going to leave her family in this moment. Despite the pain, despite the war they've all been through.
This was a battle for supremacy here in TNA Wrestling. Who will command the future of TNA Wrestling? It's no longer what could be or what might be. It just is the system and control of TNA.
The system proving that the family ties that bind them are strong enough to overcome any force. It's back to the trenches for Order 4.
I have to ask, what does this mean for Order 4?
It means just that. It's back to the drawing board. What I want to know is we've seen what happens when things don't go Mustafa Ali's way. Unfortunately, it's often Order 4 that pays that price.
Tonight we saw Hardcore War for the first time in 2 years, and you found out why. The system beats Order 4.
I think I'm scared of failing, and even more than that, honestly, I think I'm terrified of being forgotten. That is truly my worst fear.
Pressure's on Leon, and I'm sure he's one of his own worst critics, and he gives himself a hard time when he shouldn't give himself a hard time.
He has the chance to become the youngest TNA X Division champion ever.
Everybody's gonna have their match, and then there's gonna be the X Division match. And then that match always has to look and feel a little bit different than everybody else's match.
Let me put it to you as a competitor. One of the only matches I'm worried about outdoing me is this match, Leon and Moose.
Ever since my dad left when I was little, I've always had this kind of deep feeling in me that I'm not good enough or I've been forgotten. That's why I'm trying to be remembered. That's why I jump off the corner post every match. That's why I have to succeed. There's no other option, and I like being in that position.
The action continues tonight here at Bound for Glory, and our fans sitting in section 115 are a part of our extreme fan cam, and those pretty damn extreme moments ago with Hardcore War.
No kidding. One of the damnedest things I've ever been at the ringside. Here to call Bound for Glory. Been an absolutely incredible night in general so far. We've already seen so much, but there's still so much to happen here tonight.
This is going to be a landscape-shifting night for us here in TNA Wrestling. Still to come in our main event, Trick Williams will defend the TNA World Championship against Mike Santana. And, oh, by the way, still to come, one final table, one last time between the Hardys and Team 3D.
I mean, it's the final time. They've already established their history, their legacies. Those never, ever will go away. But tonight, it's who gets to put the exclamation point on the sentence. Who gets to leave here standing tall with their legacy intact?
As we learned earlier on this week, as a byproduct of Showdown this past Tuesday, NXT versus TNA, it's a tables match, but it's for the NXT and TNA World Tag Team Championships. Did you have that on your bingo card in 2025?
I don't think anybody had that on their bingo card. I don't think even the Hardys and Team 3D had that one on their bingo card.
The Hardys versus Team 3D is still to come tonight. Every TNA championship is on the line this evening, and that includes the prestigious X Division Championship.
That's right. It is a dream match for a new era, as TNA's Leon Slater defends the X Division Championship against one of the most exciting competitors from NXT, Javon Evans. That matchup is next.
Well, before we get to the beginning of that contest, let's take a look at the X Factors, Leon Slater versus Javon Evans. This match was just announced 2 weeks ago at Victory Road after Leon Slater stole the show alongside Myron Reed in the main event. Slater and Evans were opponents this past Tuesday at Showdown, and Slater
pinned Evans amidst the Team NXT versus Team TNA Men's Survivor Series elimination match. And this will go down as the youngest X Division championship match in the history of TNA Wrestling. Two 21-year-old stars ready to light it up at Bound for Glory.
And is for the TNA X Division Championship. Introducing first the challenger from Greensboro, North Carolina, weighing in at 195 pounds, Devon Evans.
This young man has taken the world by storm. An absolute freak athlete. Charisma for days. I mean, he lights up any arena he is in. Of course, NXT every single week. Recently on WWE SmackDown, taking it to Sami Zayn in an incredible matchup. He continues to wow people everywhere he goes. Can he wow the world by taking the X Division Championship to NXT?
Devon Evans is seeking his first major championship in professional wrestling tonight at Bound for Glory.
And his opponent from Bradford, England, weighing in at 198 pounds, he is the TNA X Division Champion, Leon Slater.
As I said moments ago, Devon Evans, the question surrounding him is, when is he going to win the big one? Whether it be in WWE, NXT, or here in TNA. Leon Slater, the youngest X Division champion of all time, he's won his big one. He did it back at Slammiversary, dethroning Moose, the second longest reigning X Division champion of all time. Look at the confidence with which Leon Slater is carrying himself into this marquee matchup.
And that is what's led to the success that Leon Slater has had at such a young age. He does not carry himself like a 21-year-old kid who rolled in off the street last week to start wrestling training. No, this kid is a young phenom. He's the youngest in charge for a reason. He may be a young man, but he's been doing this for half his life, and it shows.
An X Division championship match made in heaven. NXT's Devon Evans, TNA's Leon Slater. This is the signature championship of TNA Wrestling. Introduced 23 years ago in Huntsville, Alabama, won by the phenomenal AJ Styles. It's been captured by the likes of Frankie Kazarian, Samoa Joe, Amazing Red, Josh Alexander. The list goes on and on of stars who have defined this championship, and as a result have helped define what this company is all about. Fasten your seatbelts, ladies and gentlemen. Slater and Evans for the X Division Championship at Bound for Glory.
The energy is palpable in here. Very more than a handshake between them. And the crowd is all in on this one.
I mentioned moments ago, Ray, well, it's insane. These two are both 21 years old. We're looking at the future of professional wrestling in real time.
And not just, oh, these are the next years of WWE, of TNA. We're talking about decades leading this business. They have such a head start in talent, in professionalism, in ability, and they are showing it off here. And there's that confidence from the X Division champion.
Leon Slater having some fun at the expense of Javon Evans. And I mentioned a moment ago during the X Factors this past Tuesday at Showdown, Slater pinned Evans in a 4-on-4 elimination style tag team matchup, completely different in the singles match. But Slater's got confidence coming into this for a number of reasons.
I mean, he's got that win right there. You said that pinfall over Javon Evans heading into this matchup. You talked about the legendary list of X Division champions as this matchup was getting started. Leon Slater doesn't sleep literally this weekend, last night. As now, the payback is there for Javon Evans. Last night.
Evans toyed with Slater, to your point.
Leon Slater literally wrestled the Amazing Red, the former record holder for youngest champ ever, defeated him. So yes, Leon Slater has all the confidence in the world and does not stop.
Shout out to our friends at House of Glory. Look at this. Whoa, off of the ropes. Evans trying to surprise Slater. Kick out at 1.
Surprise me. He's absolutely unreal here.
How the hell do you attempt to keep up with either of these guys?
You don't. I don't.
Shoulders down by Evans. 2 count here on Slater.
Luckily, they only got to keep up with each other here. But this is what the X Division is all about.
Off the hip toss now, Evans landing on his feet.
Inside
cradle, hold on a second. Whoa, kick out there by Evans.
There it was Evans who had Slater on the back foot.
Little Spider-Man situation.
So evenly matched. Who could blame you?
Javon Evans was challenged for WWE's United States Championship, the NXT title, the NXT North American title, the NXT Heritage Cup, and the NXT Tag Team titles. Add the prestigious X Division Championship to the mix. He's come oh so close a number of times. We've talked about at the outset of this night. Kalani Jordan, an NXT star, is holding a TNA championship. Could you imagine the X Division title in the hands of an NXT star?
I don't want to. As much as I respect and appreciate the athlete that Javon Evans is, the star that he is, do not test Slater. Do not test Slater, especially with that title on the line.
I think Evans tried a little brother Slater there.
Now you can see the fire is there with both these guys. There's a lot of respect, but this matchup is heated. 2 of the best. They got to prove who is the best.
Oh! And Evans took his eye off Slater for just a moment. Now the chops back and forth. This is reminiscent of the battle we saw in the main event of Victory Road 2 weeks ago. Reed and Slater was playful in the beginning, and it got serious in a heartbeat.
Yes, it does. When you remember that gold is on the line, and you ask how it would feel if it went to NXT, it's not just any title. That is the signature title of TNA Wrestling. It would be an earth shift if that went to another company.
Oh, wait a minute, was thinking about getting bouncy. Slater felt it coming. Evans came in close. Slater had the opportunity with a crossbody because Evans came in towards the apron.
These guys are so evenly matched, having answers for one another, back and forth, counter for counter.
It's the ability to adapt on the fly. Now Leon Slater going up top. The crossover, the crossbody. Here's the cover. Evans kicks out at 2. Leon Slater sporting that body paint reminiscent of his mentors, the Hardys, who we'll see later on tonight against Team 3D. One final table.
And that's an advantage someone like Slater has, that Javon doesn't. He's got mentors like the Hardys. He's also got the experience, same age, but the experience in this business goes to Leon Slater.
Oh! Evans, 7 years in professional wrestling. Leon Slater, 11 years. We've talked about it a number of times. Began at the age of 9 under his mother's supervision in the United Kingdom. Oh, God.
Here you see the deliberate nature of Slater coming out. This is that veteran instinct in him.
Cover, trying to retain Evans. Gets free.
Slowing it down, keeping cool, calm, collected, and controlled in this historic matchup.
What a night this has been here at the Tsongas Center in Lowell, Massachusetts, greater Boston area. We've seen just about everything you could possibly imagine, and we're not done.
Look out. Whoa, the rebound.
Absolutely beautifully done. Drop kick there by Evans, right to the chin.
He's not done yet, though. Not slowing down.
Evans over the top.
But pedal to the metal, keeping his foot on the gas. That's what you need to do.
Evans to the skies, and he turns Slater inside out. Onto the leg, trying to win the X Division title and a kick out.
What a flurry, though, from Javon Evans. That easily could have been it, and there you see. Now it's him who has to try to keep it cool, calm, and collected.
A meeting of a generation here at Bound for Glory with the X Division Championship at stake.
Trying to add to the legacy forged by the likes of Chris Sabin, Christopher Daniels, Abyss, the TNA Hall of Famer once upon a time.
It's not about weight limits, it's about no limits.
Oh! Look at that defiant Leon Slater is, even in the face of getting his chest turned into hamburger meat.
Oh, now whipping Slater into the corner.
For as much speed, finesse, and athleticism. Hold on a second.
Go.
Here's the cover. Hook the leg kick out by Slater. All the speed, athleticism, and finesse, the power game, that raw nose-to-nose fight, that attitude, that's what's really coming out here between Evans and Slater.
I mean, that's when all the pleasantries are stripped away, and that's what happens in the heat of the battle. There you go. Slater dropping his weight, making sure that whatever's on the mind. Oh my God, look at that. The finesse, the natural athleticism of Javon Evans there.
Sending Evans spine first into the turnbuckle. Trying to send shivers down the legs. Trying to make it difficult for Evans to bounce around.
Rewind heel kick, connecting.
Slater off of the ropes. Oh, the springboard back elbow.
Also beautifully done, taking Evans down a peg. It's just every time someone has an advantage, the other has an answer.
From the second rope, Slater now trying to quicken the pace, ducks underneath.
Oh, single leg drop kick right between the eyes by the champion. Trying to retain Evans. Got the shoulder up in time.
Picked off Evans on the fly there. And Slater trying to remember that this is his house. As far as he's concerned, right now, TNA belongs to him. The X Division title is his.
Slater has not lost a singles match in TNA in 6 months. Oh, was trying to maybe set up Evans there for Utopia. Evans felt it coming, got himself to the outside of the ring.
Shots back and forth here. Look out.
Oh, wait a minute, a slingshot cutter. Shades of Frankie Kazarian. Oh, Evans is still in it.
Frankie Kazarian, an X Division great himself, as you mentioned at the beginning of this matchup.
Slater
battled Kazarian back at Genesis earlier on this year, and I'd be remiss if I didn't mention Frankie Kazarian is a dual victor of this year's Call Your Shot Gauntlet. Himself and Nick Nemeth.
Slater going up top. Evans, though, looking to shut him down here. What is on the mind of Evans? Stepping out here to dangerous territory. Evans got in his eyes.
Evans just smiled at her French commentary team. I look out below. Oh! And a young OG just got cracked in the side of the head.
Slater shutting him down. And now the two of them fighting out here. Dangerous territory.
Oh, big kick right to the face.
That could be a lights out shot.
Now Slater back inside. Slater, hold on, was going for that slingshot one more time. Oh, got turned into a DDT by Evans.
What a counter from Javon Evans there.
Well, look at where Slater is amongst the ropes. Not a situation where Evans can take advantage and go for a pin.
So in that case, just look for another opportunity to hit a knockout shot, which might be what he's doing. Wait.
Oh, the OG cutter on the apron.
For the love of Jay Malachi, that was insane. Big risk, big reward here. Evans, the OG cutter to the outside and the apron.
Watch this one more time. Look at how Evans lands and Slater goes down hard after the cutter.
That unreal athleticism from the young OG.
Count of two from our referee, Paige Brinzavali. These two after the count of 10 to get back into the ring so the match can continue.
Want a match that's all about no limits. In a division that's all about no limits. You couldn't get better than these two.
Count of 6. Count of 7. Evans is back up to his feet. Evans dives back inside. Count of 8. Title can't change hands on a count out. Count of 9, and Slater beats the count.
But look out!
Splash to the spine!
And now it's Slater. Slater's in jeopardy here.
Going for zone 1!
Got him! Are you kidding me?
Do we have a new X Division champion? Slater is still alive!
Leon Slater digging way down deep on that one.
Take another look at this. Look at the distance. Zone 1, the frog splash by Javon Evans, and Slater kicked out.
And you could see the look on Javon Evans' face. And there, Evans looking like he was going to maybe take off of the rope. Slater grabbing at his foot. Look at that, not letting him get a step away.
That's smart by Slater. He knows if Evans starts to build momentum and build speed, it could spell the end.
Look at this again. That defiant, that attitude of Slater coming into play here.
Oh, now, single leg boot right to the face. Superman forearm there by Evans.
Back and forth here.
Oh, got him in the back of the neck.
Good night.
Slater trying to push the pace. Oh, he got caught by Evans.
He's getting
caught by Evans. Cover. Slater kicked it too.
They're not done yet. Look at this. Right on target too.
Oh, now Slater caught him with a neck breaker. Holy hell.
thought Slater was down, but he was not out. This counter to the OG cutter, unreal.
It's not about weight limits. It's about no limits.
And Javon Evans and Leon Slater are the definition of no limit.
The X Division is boundless. Evans and Slater putting it all on the line for TNA's Signature Championship.
Come on, Chip. Come on, Chip.
And now, as it so often does, just breaking down to mano y mano, face to face.
You're going to cheat yet? You're going to cheat yet? Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. Use me. Come. On your best.
Leon Slater wants the best of Javon Evans.
Test of metal here at Bound for Glory.
OG Cutter! OG Cutter!
And now there's the real deal! OG Cutter for the win! Is this it?
Oh, Slater kicked out!
Evans took advantage of the situation.
You can read Evans' lips right there. He cannot believe Slater's still in this thing. He had Slater anticipating a chop. Evans playing games, went for the OG Cutter back to back, and it still didn't put away Slater. What a matchup. What a moment. Oh, and Sakari there by Slater.
And now Slater climbing the rope to meet Evans. This is tricky territory here. Be careful. Two of the best and brightest.
Evans and Slater in a battle, and they crash hard to the floor.
And nasty landing from both men here who have been putting everything on the line in this one. Take a look here. I don't know what was on the mind of either man here, but either way, they crashed to the floor, back to the drawing board.
Are now sending Slater into the barricade. Slater stopped himself. Slater, sending to the crowd here.
Slater out in the crowd here. Look out!
Evans leaping after Slater. Evans trying to get back towards the ring so this X Division Championship match can continue. Evans and Slater in a thriller here at Bound for Glory. There's Slater. Bell just rang.
Ladies and gentlemen, the 20-minute time limit has expired. Therefore, this match is a draw.
That is not the way anybody wanted to see this go down.
fans here in Lowell. I hope our Director of Authority, Santana Morella, does the right thing.
Ladies and gentlemen, normally on a pay-per-view we have a very strict time limit. However, it seems to me like we want to see 5 more minutes. Ring the bell, 5 more minutes, right now.
Here we go. There's the bell. Evans and Slater, the X Division title cover. Slater powers out.
This one just picked up to 11.
Oh, Slater caught him. Slater trying to put him away. Oh, kick out by Evans.
These guys are now really putting the heavy metal down.
Utopia. Evans is down on the outside.
Slater is up in the ring. You better look out, Javon Evans.
Big play, Slater. And now Slater trying to get Evans back inside the ring.
Not stopping here. He wants to put this one away. He won't need all 5 minutes.
Slater wants the decisive ending to this dream match.
Look at Evans is up.
Evans going up top. Look out! Spanish fly! Unreal! Evans into the cover.
What the hell?
Oh, not this!
You gotta be kidding. They're back.
God!
They're back.
Dark State is here! And bound for glory! Dark State assaulting Slater and Evans!
What bull crap? Are you kidding me?
Oh my God!
That's an absolute travesty.
Oh, wait a minute now. Dark State from NXT taking out one of their own in Javon Evans. Dark State lost the NXT Tag Team titles to the Hardys this past Tuesday at Showdown. This has to be some sick, twisted form of payback from Dark State trying to shove it in the face of TNA Wrestling.
To desecrate an absolute classic in the making. Lowell, Massachusetts, you said it.
This was shaping up to be an X Division championship match for the ages. On TNA's greatest stage, here at Bound for Glory. And it was ruined by Dark State.
They ruined a work of art. They burned it to the ground, and they walk out with their heads held high, unfortunately.
A-Game, the ultimate hydration drink, delivering clean, functional hydration with natural sea salt for electrolytes, no artificial dyes or artificial sweeteners, 8 essential vitamins sweetened with natural ingredients and honey. A-Game, the official hydration partner of TNA Wrestling. Use promo code TNA15 for 15% off your order at shopagame.com.
Well, from that absolute chaos, we have to turn our attention to the rest of the evening, including this man's path of purpose. Mike Santana has worked his whole life for this. He's worked all year to right the wrong of Slammiversary. Does he get it done tonight?
Santana marches into the main event trying to end the nightmare that is Trick Williams as our TNA World Champion. Will Trick and A finally come to an end tonight here at Bound for Glory? Trick Williams defends the TNA World Championship against Mike Santana later tonight.
Please welcome Chris Bay.
And what a moment this is. For the first time since Unbreakable in April, Chris Bay has returned to TNA. You couldn't tell the story of this company without Chris Bay.
Hello, world. I am the ultimate finesser, your girl's favorite wrestler, Chris Bay, and I'm tapping in with Bound for Glory. Hold on, where are my manners? Bay for Glory. And they slipped a paper in my pocket before I came out here, so I got some news for all of you. Give me a second. You're gonna get them in a second. Tonight, TNA Wrestling has set its new North American attendee record. And that number is 7,794. And now we see exactly what you want. You want history one final time. The Hardys, Team 3D. Tables, table.
The arena waits in silence. A storm swelling in the air.
To be remembered as guys that went out there and gave it all they had. Childhood dream stuff that came true and beyond my expectations.
Every heartbeat echoing like thunder.
I couldn't tell you what the emotion will be like before, during, and after the match, because then that would be planned emotion, and I despised planned emotion.
No hesitation. No second thoughts. Only the weight of destiny pressing down. Every step toward the ring, every breath before the fight, it all leads here.
To the people that are diehard fans, for their fandom, it's the end of an era. You see this, and when we advertise it one final time.
The crowd doesn't see the sacrifice. They don't hear the doubts. They only feel the eruption when it all begins.
The Hardys,
Brothers,
Team 3D,
survivors,
the TNA World Tag Team titles.
and now, at Bound for Glory, the stage is set. The fight inevitable. The moment unforgettable.
But if things go the way I think they're gonna go, I knew you'd come.
Out of nowhere, the 3D!
And in Boston, the city of champions, glory is all that remains.
You, and everybody watching right now, you'll have a tear down your face, and that will be real emotion.
The Hardys, Team 3D.
Oh, my brother! Testify!
One final table.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's take a look at the taglines. There is not enough time in this broadcast to go by the numbers with these two legendary teams. They first faced off in 1999. Iconic tables match between these two in the year 2000 in Madison Square Garden. That went the way of the Hardys. 11 years since their last matchup here in TNA Wrestling. Tonight, Team 3D and the Hardys, one of the greatest rivalries in the history of professional wrestling, comes to an end.
They say what we do in life echoes in eternity. Well, the halls of wrestling history have been reverberating with the sound of screaming crowds and splintering tables for over 25 years, thanks to Team 3D. Family reunion at Bound for Glory. No, wait. It wouldn't be complete.
They are the most extreme and the most decorated tag team to ever do it. Bully Ray and Devon broke the glass ceiling. They were at the forefront of innovation in this business. And for as many bodies and tables as they have been decimated, Team 3D is out to rectify one fateful night 25 years ago. Devon's family here in attendance. It has been 2 years since Team 3D have united for a matchup, and it took place right here in TNA Wrestling on our 1000th episode of Impact. Both these teams have been on the record. The place for this match has always been TNA Wrestling to them.
No matter what happens after the bell rings, no matter the result, this is the end of an era.
arguably the most popular and the most influential tag team of all time. What are the Hardys thinking?
I mean, it is a tables match, but oh, the Hardys can't be involved without bringing out some extra hardware.
From trampolines in Cameron, North Carolina, to death-defying WrestleMania moments littered with ladders, to revolutionizing the industry over and over again here in TNA. Matt and Jeff Hardy's legacy will live forever.
Decades of moments, decades of memories. Hell, the reason 90% of you people out there know the band Creed is because of the moments that these men made were then set to music. My God. I mean, if you are a wrestling fan in 2025, north of 10 years old, you have an indelible impression of Team 3D and the Hardys. Ladders, chairs, and a hell of a lot of tables littered throughout wrestling history, thanks to these amazing, amazing athletes.
Bully Ray said it himself at the final negotiation. In his opinion, the reason for the resurgence of TNA Wrestling in 2025 is the Hardys.
It's a big reason. There's no doubt about it. You see these men have lines to meet fans hours long after every show we do, every city we go to. The fans love them because they love the fans and they show it.
This is the moment we have all been waiting for. Two of the most decorated tag teams in the history of professional wrestling. We will never be here again. For the last time, one final table.
Introducing first the challengers from Dudleyville. They are former ECW, WWE, WCW, NWA, TNA, IWGP Tag Team Champions. They're the only tag team in history in the WWE Hall of Fame and the TNA Hall of Fame. They are the most decorated tag team of all time, Team 3D, the Dudley Boys. And their opponents, from the Hardy compound in Cameron, North Carolina, they are former WCW, Ring of Honor, and WWE Tag Team Champions. They are the reigning, defending NXT and TNA World Tag Team Champions, Matt, Jeff, the Hardys.
And now Jeff Hardy charges at Bully Ray.
Just like that, we're down to a 2-on-1 in this incredible, this legendary end of an era matchup.
This is a tables match for the NXT TNA World Tag Team titles. 3D right out of the gates. The Dudleys dropping bombs.
And just like that, Matt Hardy is broken.
And remember, the only way to win is to offensively drive both of your opponents through tables. As it was 25 years ago, it is so tonight.
Now, Matt out of the equation. Now it's Jeff 2-on-1 into the Lion's Den.
Jeff Hardy going right after Devon. Now Bully Ray gonna try to cut down the Giant here. Bully Ray asking for more from Jeff Hardy. No countouts, no disqualifications in this matchup. A little whisper in the wind, but Team 3D knows that one all too well.
It is not their first rodeo. It is their last rodeo, and they're gonna make it count.
Right off the bat.
And here we go. You know the words, folks.
Team 3D coming out strong here at Bound for Glory.
Doesn't get any clearer than that.
Devon busting out the lumber. Matt Hardy taken out with a 3D, and Jeff Hardy inside the ring, suffering that diving headbutt courtesy of Devon.
And one's not good enough. There's two tables being loaded into the ring here. The Dudleys came in here with a plan, with motivation. Look out, Jeff. Look out!
3D through the table. That's one. That's one.
And we're just started. Team 3D's already halfway to winning the titles.
And now Matt Hardy with a steel chair going after Team 3D. Again, you have to offensively drive both your opponents through a table. Jeff Hardy's already gone through.
That's a miscue that Team 3D did not want.
Devon and Matt Hardy tangling here in the middle of the ring. Matt Hardy set to the outside. The Hardys are going to have to climb back into this one. In a matter of minutes, Team 3D took the advantage.
I mean, it has been all Team 3D from the jump here. That 3D to Matt, and then Jeff being 3D through the table. Once again, leaving Matt 2-on-1. It's been 2-on-1 this whole time.
Excellent strategy by Team 3D.
Well, Bully Ray did say he went on Busted Open this week. They were front row at NXT TNA Showdown. He said that he saw the break in the Hardys' armor. He saw weaknesses that he didn't see before, and clearly they are now exploiting those weaknesses.
Shot right to the midsection, twist of fate on the outside by Matt Hardy.
That could be an equalizing moment that the Hardys desperately need.
And now Matt Hardy trying to position Devon here in the early going. The Hardys trying to even this with Team 3D. Oh, and Devon got out of the way. Matt Hardy through the table, but that's not going to count in the favor of Team 3D. You have to offensively drive your opponent through a table.
No doubt about it. Inadvertent table bump there from Matt Hardy. But it certainly plays into the favor
and there's
Team 3D.
There's Jeff Hardy back from the dead. Up against Bully Ray, drop kicking him into the barricade. And now Jeff Hardy launches himself at Bully.
The Hardys, especially Jeff Hardy, that never say die attitude. That swagger, that enigma that inspired people like me and my best friend, Chris, growing up loving this sport, loving pro wrestling because of people like the Hardys. And that never say die attitude, that death-defying nature.
Hashtag TNA Bound for Glory is the #3 hashtag right now on X. Thank you for tuning in around the world live on pay-per-view and TNA Plus.
Everyone talking about these two goats of tag teams.
You've gotten to share the ring with all four of these men in some capacity.
It's an absolute dream and an honor of my career to call this one, but I can tell you just how quickly Jeff Hardy can turn a matchup around.
Jeff Hardy and Devon tied up in the aisleway.
I can tell you just how deviously Bully Ray can implement his designs as well.
Now Bully Ray targeting Matt Hardy here center of the ring. Matt Hardy's the one to watch. Jeff Hardy's already been driven through a table. If Matt Hardy goes through here, this will be the end for the Hardys in this matchup.
Look out!
On a Bully Ray into the table.
But again, even if that broke completely, it wouldn't count.
Think of the death-defying moment that these two shared. High above a ring, once upon a time. Dear God.
There's no way.
Is Devon gonna get his revenge on Jeff Hardy?
Wait, Matt Hardy here to answer him.
Matt Hardy climbing up to the top of the ladder. We have tables, we have ladders, we've seen chairs.
Oh my! The innovators of the form doing what they do best.
The triangle of violence has been completed. And now the Hardys teaming up on Devon. They have some separation between Devon and Bully Ray. This is a critical moment for the Hardys.
Especially considering how this matchup began. No way now. Now it's Devon laid out. And oh, you gotta be kidding. years ago. Anaheim, California. I'm getting a hell of a lot of deja vu here. A moment that inspired a generation. One more time, Jeff Hardy defying death itself.
Devon has been sent through the table. It's even between the Hardys and Team 3D. What a sight here at Bound for Glory. Jeff Hardy driving Devon through a table, multiple tables.
Decades later, the same risks taken.
An unmatched 25-year rivalry. Which one is the greatest tag team of all time?
Now it is the Hardys who have the advantage.
One more look at this. Jeff Hardy off the top of the ladder, dispatching Devon.
Still taking those same risks. It's paid off though here for the Hardys. Devon out of the picture. Bully Ray in the sights of the Hardys.
Much like the match began with Team 3D taking advantage of 2-on-1 opportunities against the Hardys, no pun intended, the tables have turned.
And I can't blame him. You heard Matt Hardy at the final negotiation.
Oh!
We need to beat you.
Oh, now Bully Ray trying to capitalize, trying to send Jeff through a table. Matt pulled it out of the way.
Look out!
Twist of fate!
Bully Ray is down!
Another twist of fate!
It's one final table, and the Hardys are making it count.
Bully Ray is down. Jeff Hardy going to the top. A Swanton bomb.
I don't even know where to begin. There are certain moments in this industry that you see and you'll just never forget them. We're always going to remember where we were when this happened. We had an anticipation that this was going to be something that lived forever, and it's unbelievable. Thank you, Jeff.
Thank you.
Sincere thank you to Matt and Jeff Hardy. Tonight, Team 3D, the Dudleys, Bubba and Devon, we got our chance to say goodbye.
Those four men defined what it was to be a fan for me in this industry for decades. It is one of the honors of my life and career that I was here to help tell this story. Thank you 1,000 times from me and from everyone here and around the world.
Let's take a look back at what we just witnessed. One final table, a tables match for the NXT and TNA World Tag Team titles. Early on, Team 3D firing off, putting Jeff through a table. Jeff responded. Devon plummeted through tables, and then Bully Ray, the final nail in the coffin. It's an incredible thing that we just saw, and we're not done. We're not done.
That's right.
What a night this has been here in Lowell. Our main event is still to come, but we want to look ahead at what's upcoming for us here in TNA Wrestling. This coming Wednesday, the pre-sale will begin for our upcoming events in Orlando, Florida at Full Sail University and El Paso, Texas. And then the general on sale begins on Friday, October 17th. You can visit TNAWrestling.com for complete ticket information. Be a part of TNA Wrestling to end 2025.
But also, please join us this Thursday on Impact for a special After the Glory special. We'll take a look back at and break down all the action that happened here tonight. Speak to our champions after Bound for Glory this Thursday on TNA Impact.
That is this coming Thursday, but we do want to look ahead to the next time that we will be live on pay-per-view. We are going to kick off 2026 in style. This has been a tremendous night here at Bound for Glory, our biggest event of the year, but we are certainly looking ahead to Genesis.
We kick off 2026 with Genesis. However, right here tonight, we still have a main event. And that answers the question of whether Mike Santana is ready to meet the moment, finish his path to glory, his path of purpose, and get it done here tonight.
In our main event, it is Trick Williams of NXT defending his TNA World Championship up against Mike Santana. We all remember the heartbreak that Mike Santana endured in his home of New York back at Slammiversary. We have been living in this world of Trick Williams as the TNA World Champion ever since WWE Battleground this past summer. Will it all come to an end? Will Mike Santana's path of purpose be realized tonight at Bound for Glory? Mike Santana wants to bring our world title home. The champion wants to see Trick and A live on. Spin the block! Trick Williams, throw it out, Santana! Trick Williams is gonna steal this one! Damn it! When will this nightmare end?
You were a prisoner, not of chains forged by the people around you, but of the sins you invited into your life. Pride whispered in your ear, telling you that you were already a king before you had earned your crown.
This is my house now. I am the president. I am the man. This is Trick and A now. But the truth is, to get this here title right here, you need more than just the story. You gotta be the best man for business. And Trick Williams is the best.
You are no longer the victim of your sins. You You are their executioner. The struggle was the fire. Growth is the rising smoke. Success is the sound of the final trumpet, announcing not the end, but the beginning of who you are.
You come out here and you talk about being a man. You talk about being built for this. But the truth is, you ain't been where I've been. You ain't seen what I've seen. I've scratched and clawed my way out of rock bottom to stand here before all of you, alive and well. Trick, you're standing across from a man who's got nothing to lose and everything to gain.
The only way to stand out from the crowd is to stand for something special. The people love you, the fans, they love you. You got something special going on. Santana, your time has come.
As we get set for our main event, let's take a look at the tail of the tape. For 140 days, Trick Williams has reigned as the TNA World Champion. It began in a method of Trick Williams trying to resurrect himself, or trying to overcome the embarrassment and humiliation he suffered at the hands of Joe Hendry. Meanwhile, Mike Santana has made it very clear since Rebellion 2024, he returned to this company to become the face of TNA Wrestling, to capture the TNA World Championship, and to complete his path of purpose.
As he always does, Mike Santana walking his way to the ring through the crowd, the people who brought him to the dance, the people who still represent where he came from. That is Mike Santana to the soul, to the heart.
The loud and proud Boricua, sporting Taino war paint, which is of the indigenous natives of Puerto Rico. He carries that with him everywhere he goes. It has been nearly 2 decades of grinding in this business of professional wrestling. But when Mike Santana says it's been a lifetime of fighting, he means it. From the streets of New York to the main event of Bound for Glory, he has had to scratch and claw for everything in his life.
Mike Santana keeps those close to him in his soul, in his very heart. Not only, of course, people like his daughter, his family here with him tonight, his father who he's lost. You see that Yao band he's wearing, a fallen friend, a fellow brother wrestler, a man by the name of Jonathan Echevarria, who went by the name Jaka, who we lost too soon this fall. Mike Santana carries all those and more with him into a battle like this. That is what the path of purpose represents. That is what it is about for Mike Santana.
Look who it is. The legend Conan is here at Bound for Glory. He has been a mentor to Mike Santana for years. TNA fans remember the days of LAX in this company. Conan helped guide Mike Santana along the path that he is now down.
We heard the words of Conan this past week on TNA Impact, the words he wrote to Mike Santana. Now he's here in the flesh, repping it, backing it, with him all the way to the end. Mike Santana has all the support in the world. The question is, will it be enough to answer every trick of the world champion?
Can Mike Santana do what he was unable to do at Slammiversary? Can he hand the TNA World Championship to his daughter Ariana and say, Daddy did it? Give the devil his due. Trick Williams is prime time. He is box office. He is a world-class athlete. He is a decorated champion. But he does not care one iota about TNA Wrestling or the TNA World Championship. He cares about the heights his name goes to, and he will do it at anyone's expense.
Look, I don't think anybody can deny Trick Williams has looked to redefine TNA in his image. In TNA, he sees a mirror in which you can see the largest reflection of his own visage. You can call out the hubris of it, but you have to ask yourself what a person like that is willing to do to hold on to that power and that spotlight.
One could argue Trick Williams, the spark that lit the powder keg for what became Showdown earlier on this week. The way he pursued the TNA World Championship was purely out of spite because he'd been humiliated by Oba Femi and Joe Hendry months and months ago. He revealed his true desire, that was to capture the NXT Championship, which has escaped him now for quite some time. Trick Williams wants to make sure that paycheck cashes one more time as TNA World Champion.
Following contest is scheduled for one fall and is for the TNA World Championship. Introducing first, the challenger from the Bronx, New York, weighing in at 230 pounds, Mike Santana! And his opponent.
I'm gonna beat your ass like you the Boston Red Sox. Standing at a taller than you, 6'4", weighing in at a sexy 255 pounds. The greatest TNA champion of all time. The man responsible for every ass in a seat tonight.
Oh, thank you! And Santana's all over Trick.
This match hasn't even officially begun. Santana's lost it.
And Trick Williams, I know he's got that scumbag lawyer of his at ringside, but he's trying to walk away from Mike Santana.
Well, you know Trick will use anything in the book he can, literally any book that has any rule to get him out of this. He ain't getting out of this ass whooping. from Mike Santana, but the match, it's not official yet.
This is just a fight, and this is what Mike Santana does best.
There's no doubt about it. I'm putting money on Mike Santana in a street fight, but that's not what this is. Mike has got to be careful here.
Now Trick Williams finding an opening here. Again, the match is not officially underway for the TNA World Championship. Trick Williams able to hop the barricade.
This, what the hell, spilling out into the TNA fans here.
Oh, with a trash can, Santana able to block it. Oh!
And this thing is broken down before it started.
Now Mike Santana and Trick Williams battling here in the Tsongas Center in Lowell, Massachusetts. Amidst the largest North American crowd ever assembled for a TNA wrestling event. Ooh!
If you just walk back into the room, folks, make no mistake, this is not a street fight happening. This is just the rage, the pain, the anger coming out of Mike Santana for the months and months of torture that Trick Williams has given him.
And the referee showing a lot of leniency. Obviously,
here they come.
The match has not officially begun, considering the gravity of this, our main event. The referee following the combatants and trying to get them into the ring. And now Santana dumping Trick.
That is hot-blooded passion.
Oh, wait a minute. Oh, Trick Williams with a title belt right between the eyes of Santana. And now back inside the ring, finally. And the referee knows he's got to check on Mike Santana to see if he can go. Santana says, ring the damn bell. There it is. The Trick kick. Santana able to kick out.
And that was what I was worried about, though, Tom. With the anger, with that passion of Santana, he ended up paying for it. Like it or not, this could be it.
Hook to both legs. Santana's still in this. Trick Williams trying to end this thing as quickly as possible.
Williams weathered the storm and counted on Mike Santana. Getting too upset, getting hot-headed, and Trick Williams made him pay for it.
We've seen how Trick Williams has survived against the likes of Joe Hendry, Elijah, Moose. He will cut any corner.
He even tried getting out of defending the title at all, invoking that aforementioned lawyer, making sure he had to wait at least 50 days. Well, those days are up. We are here in the main event of Bound for Glory.
Williams ducking these shots. Oh, double shot right to the throat. Snapmare there by Trick Williams. Big spin kick. Leaps into the neck breaker. Mike Santana's got to weather this storm. Is he still alive? Yes, able to kick out.
And since this match has officially begun, it has been all Trick Williams.
Remember how it's Slammiversary, that triple threat match between Hendry, Santana, and Trick. Santana had that one after he hit spin the block on Hendry, but Trick had been feigning an injury during the matchup. He tossed Santana out of the ring and stole the matchup, retained his championship. The last time he went one-on-one with Santana, he had help from AJ Francis.
One thing, you can dominate, you can pull every trick. You do not slap a man like Mike Santana in the face and live to tell the tale.
And now Santana lighting up Trick Williams. Oh, Santana sent hard to the outside and a rough landing for the realist.
Hey, check this out.
A Great flurry there from Santana, but Trick Williams.
A double leg takedown. Santana's in trouble.
Watch out.
Oh, Santana face first into the post.
And Trick Williams, just like that, turns the matchup around in his favor once again.
Mike Santana is in trouble. And Trick Williams rolls back inside the ring, resetting the 10 count.
After a shot like that, Trick could take his time.
Oh, God. Oh. And Mike Santana's busted wide open. Oh!
The blood, sweat, and tears all coming out in this one. Second, Trick Williams. Again, this is not a street fight, folks.
Oh, dear God. Trick Williams is trying to end Mike Santana. Dear God.
Nearly took his head off.
Oh, and a Superman forearm off of the steps.
This one turning into absolute bedlam.
Count of 4 from the referee. Santana goes spine first into the steel.
Nasty landing for the realist.
Mike Santana has conquered everything in his path. Can he endure this?
Let's take another look back at this. Santana thought he had the advantage again. Trick Williams, though, turning it around with that backdrop onto the steps. And the TNA World Champion is feeling confident.
Trick Williams had rolled inside and reset the 10 count. Count of 3 now from our official.
Count out works in the champion's favor. Trick Williams more than happy to let Mike Santana get counted out.
Count of 5 here. Count of 6, Santana's got to the count of 10 to get back inside the ring. Count of 7. 8, Mike Santana's got to move. Santana back inside the ring, but there's Trick Williams to meet him.
Axe kick though.
Cover, cover, Santana kicks out at 2.
Santana having a hard time getting off the blocks here.
And you can feel some of the frustration from Trick Williams at this point.
That pearl white gear of Trick Williams now stained with the blood of Mike Santana.
Trick Williams trying to drain the life out of Mike Santana here, center of the ring.
And here's the thing, when you already have a headroom like that, folks, squeezing on the neck, on the head, on the torso like that just forces more blood out of your body, more disorientation for Mike Santana.
Smart approach.
It's a bad position to be in if you're the challenger.
And now Santana finally able to create some breathing room, but trying to get his equilibrium about him. And Santana refusing to quit. Trick Williams charges. Santana's got him up on the shoulders.
Load it up.
Santana launching Trick into the turnbuckles. Hook to the inside leg to win the TNA World Title and a kick out.
Not enough, but enough maybe to gain an advantage, to open a window.
Can Mike Santana reclaim our World Championship? Finally, after all this time, the defiant Mike Santana continues to move forward.
Trick Williams, though, not going down without a fight.
Oh, wait a minute, a blockbuster off the top there by Trick. Cover, Santana is still in it.
Great counter from the champion there, but the heart of Mike Santana still beats.
Trick Williams continues to lay into Mike Santana, but I talked about the frustration earlier on. Mike Santana is one of the toughest outs we've ever seen. At what point does that emotion overwhelm Trick Williams?
Mike Santana is the answer to the question, how much more do you have left? And Trick Williams is finding that out firsthand right now!
Rolling buck 50! Santana, foot on the gas, outlined in chalk, the OIC!
Now Santana starting to boil, Santana starting to roll.
Cannonball! Now Santana trying to win the World Championship. Trick able to kick out. Remember, it's been months that Mike Santana has been thinking about one thing. Hit and spin the block on Trick Williams and taking his head clean off.
As he stands to his feet here, how apropos that traditional Puerto Rican war paint, if you will, is now replaced by his own blood, the wound of war. As Santana looks to the sky.
What a battle this has already been. Now Mike Santana going up top. There's Trick Williams, however. Trick was lying in wait. Oh, Santana sent spine first into the hardest part of the ring.
Absolute nasty landing for Santana.
And now Trick sending Santana into the steel post. Second time that's happened to Santana in this match.
This your daddy right here?
And there's Mike Santana's daughter, Ariana. Trick Williams talking trash with her bloody thumb her feet away.
Watch your mouth. 3.
Oh, truly adding insult to injury, another level of insult.
That's your dad, huh? That's your dad? Hey, tell me, who's your daddy now? Who's your daddy now? Yeah.
Oh! Santana over the top! Like father, like daughter!
You beat me to it! Do not mess with a Santana!
And now Trick Williams sent back into the ring. Santana motivated, trying to move forward. A big kick right to the head by Santana. Powerbomb! Cover!
Good enough!
Oh, Trick Williams out at 2. What a scene in the main event of Bound for Glory. One of the biggest matches in TNA history. Up onto the shoulders again. Mike Santana dumping Trick.
Look out below.
Oh, 450! Cover! Come on, my God! A kick out by Williams.
You know, Santana's not kidding around when he busts out that 450 splash, but still not enough to put Trick Williams away.
Reminiscent of his days in LAX. Watch this again, a thing of beauty from a man his size.
Mike Santana pulling every tool out of the toolbox to defeat Trick Williams.
What the hell? Trick Williams' lawyer, who we saw earlier on in the night.
One of several, apparently.
Oh, now Trick using the distraction and a kick out. Oh, went for spin the block. Trick standing near Uranagi.
Now following up.
Trick over another one.
TNA champ sticking it to Mike Santana here.
And now Trick Williams is going up top. We have not seen this much from Trick. Oh, and a boot right to the head.
That could have been a knockout shot. Fighting in the high-rent district here. Wait a second.
Oh, wait a minute. Oh, and Uranagi off of the top. To retain. Mike Santana won't quit. Mike Santana's still in this, and Trick Williams is going for his TNA World Championship.
He's ready to lose it. And willing to do whatever it takes, apparently.
I asked the question, when will the frustration overwhelm Trick Williams?
He'd be more than happy to take a DQ at this point.
If he uses the belt, he'll get disqualified. Oh, swinging it at Santana. Santana now the cover. Trick able to kick out.
Wait, another roll-up, though.
Santana trying to surprise him and a kick out.
Keeping Trick on his feet by keeping him off his feet. Whoa!
Went for spin the block. There's Santana to meet him. Off of the ropes. Oh, a trick kick. Spin the block.
Got him!
Spin the block. Cover. Oh, my God. Trick Williams kicked out. Into a cover.
Are you kidding me?
Cover. Santana's still alive.
How?
No one is kicked out of spin the block since Mike Santana's return to TNA roughly a year and a half ago.
Santana put everything into that one. Maybe not enough to get the cover he wanted. Either way, this battle continues.
You knew that was straight.
Oh, wait a minute, there's that lawyer.
You understand me? You knew that was straight. You knew. That was out.
Trick Williams' lawyer arguing with the referee, and Santana's had enough of it.
I know, Mike, but don't get distracted now.
Spin the block.
Look out, look out!
Oh, and a trick shot.
No!
Trick shot, not like this. Oh, Santana kicked out.
The heartbeat of the man who represents the heart of TNA is still beating.
Santana's looking at his little girl, Ariana, in the corner.
He knows what he's fighting for. He knows who he's fighting for.
Mike Santana taking that motivation, trying to persevere, back up on his feet, went for a trick shot. Oh, went for spin the block. Oh, wait a second, went for another Uranagi.
Back and forth.
Santana caught him out of midair.
He's not done yet.
Spin the block. Spin the block.
This is it.
Santana the cover. It's as real as it gets.
Here is your winner and new TNA World Champion, Mike Santana.
Mike Santana persevered. And there is the TNA president, Carlos Silva, ready to award the...
Wait a second. No.
Dear God.
Now?
Not like this, no. One of the dual victors of the Call Your Shot gauntlet from earlier on tonight, Nick Nemeth, the former TNA World Champion. What the hell? Gotcha! He's back! Oh my God! Wait a minute! What the hell? Wait a minute! Frankie Kazarian's in the ring! The other victor of the Call Your Shot Gauntlet from earlier tonight!
He needs the trophy, though. But he's got a long way to go to get there.
Mike Santana's ready. Spin the block. Mike Santana conquers all and bound for glory. And now finally, the TNA World Championship belongs to Mike Santana.
And maybe more importantly, he gets to look his daughter in the eye and say, Poppy did it.
Slammiversary. Santana gets to hand the TNA World Championship to his daughter Ariana. What a tribute. Mike Santana is the first Puerto Rican TNA World Champion. He has brought our championship home from the clutches of NXT's Trick Williams. He did it for his daughter. He did it for his family in attendance tonight and watching back home in New York. He did it for his heritage, for his city.
A warrior fights for a cause. A father lives for his child. Mike Santana lives to fight and to make his daughter proud, and he has made every single one of us here at TNA Wrestling more proud than words can say.
Do not follow where the path may lead. Go instead where there is no path to leave a trail. Thank you for joining us tonight at Bound for Glory.